Hi.
Hello, everybody.
How we doing? Hi, Neil.
Get ready to make crafting on the internet.
Crafting on the internet.
Today we're going to be talking about ourselves.
Well, me.
You don't want me to be involved at all?
Like,
oh, I see you don't love me. I'm just kidding. I know you love me.
Oh my goodness.
But I guess I'm willing to throw my hat in as well.
I see.
I'm willing to be as vulnerable as you are. It's the key word today, isn't it?
So, but it's gonna ask me some questions. Lately I have been exploring, learning about myself, and been listening to a podcast therapist.
It's not a question. It's not a question.
I'm the question.
It's shrink chicks.
It's shrink chicks.
Not shrink chicks.
I'm questioning.
Just making sure that.
And no data.
Oh no.
None data. This is frustrating. I'm... Hey. Because we have excellent connection. We're just having issues. What day is not issue streaming day?
Could be something to do with the card, the video card. Not the video.
But hello.
The Wi-Fi works. Then. Good.
Right. If you can hear me, say hello. Or I can hear you. Buddy. Thank you, Neil. Anyway, we'll see how long this lasts. Oh, buddy. But it's being crazy, as usual. Alright. Hello, Base Show's Case. Hello, Chrissy. Hi. There's the hi. Alright. Well, first off, I got mail. Dark Echo. I'm gonna open. I've been waiting. Open. Yeah. I really need to take someone's advice and just look into different internet.
Maybe you should say their name and validate them.
Neil, I should take your advice and look for better internet.
And we probably will, because I really want to get started on streaming, and it's not happening right now.
It wouldn't be fun if it wasn't challenging. You're right, Chris. You are right. Anyhow, so I'm gonna open up this mail that I got from Dark Echo Gaming. I am really tired today. So, unintentionally, I loved the name Cheesy Loops, which is my YouTube name. And I love things cheesy, and then when I get sleepy, I get loopy. We're
gonna have some beautiful cards show up.
So these are stuff I've won off of Dark Echo, and then eventually I'll get mail that I have bought off of Dark Echo when he sends it. Don't have chat.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had something set up for that.
Uh-oh. Really quickly. You guys can't see my arms moving at all. It's stuck there. Open up.
Oh.
Yeah. Open the thing up. Droid cam. Open that up. I love my technical difficulties. They are fun. That's...
How are we supposed to do this?
Hold on. It just closed.
Work with us. Technologies.
Okay. Back to it. I love technical difficulty.
Being back. So let's look at some cute cards.
Hey.
Is there one with a triangle on it?
The triangle on it. I don't know. But anyways, as we were saying before, I've been listening to a podcast called Shrink Chicks and learning more about myself has been a goal. Got reverse dendra, orthoworm, pomot, Japanese giratina twice. How did I get 2 of them? Oh, a gold box of.
Let's look that up.
Japanese, you can't.
Oh, it's Japanese.
Yeah, that's.
In English.
This is English. This is gold
That's
box.
the one I was gonna look up.
Oh, gold box of a disaster. Where are you typing?
My computer went up to yours.
Yes. Buffering again.
That sucks. Yeah, it's our internet.
It's our end, guys.
This is the only problem we have with the internet.
All of our other internet issues don't have an issue.
Yeah. If only we could fix it. It's just
I'm not professional yet. Oh, yeah. That's cool.
We'll be coming back. I guess it's gonna be in and out. Maybe it'll stop doing it shortly. I don't know. It doesn't look like.
Doesn't look like it. I know. I was super excited. Yeah. So it might be buffering in and out. We're back at excellent as I'm speaking. So you guys should be having better. Do appreciate. Do appreciate your patience and let me know that you guys can't see things, because then I'll pause myself until it comes back up. Time for energy drink. So I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. And worked a 10-hour day. The joys of being the new assistant manager at work. Working. But anywho. But it's messing with things and I don't know if I'm in frame. I'm not. So these are the cards I won off at Dark Echoes. And this is kind of fun. This is... Oh, I don't even remember the name of this one. Naganaba. Nagaba. And it's really, really cute. And I absolutely love it. And then I got this gold box of disaster. And somehow I got 2 Giratina V-Stars. It is golden. That's awesome. I'll have to put these in my binder tonight. And a Regigigas V. And Japanese champ. These forearms. So there's that.
We were going to start with a box today, right?
Yeah, we're going to start.
Want to show the box?
I want to show the box. Wait. Hold up.
You want to bring the cards over here? I can for you.
You want to do me a favor here and ask if it's getting any better at the moment. Any better at the moment. So here's the box I'm going to open today for this beginning times while we're seeing if this is something we're gonna... Is the wind blowing that badly? Oh, the wind is really, really bad here. That could be another issue we're having, because we never have issues on Mondays, do we?
Lots of overcast, too.
Lots of overcast. But I got a Mew box. Look at it.
I mean, and it'll all be recorded, so if you want to watch it, you can always watch it.
Yeah.
Yours has been buffering since the camera froze.
I also paused it.
I tried to hit play and it wouldn't go.
You have the tablet, right? We'll see how it's doing on the tablet.
Good point.
A good point. Wait. We'll see how this goes. Nope, it's gonna buffer again.
Oh man.
No. As soon as I get my viewers back, you guys are buffering. Live. Ah.
It looks like it's doing okay right now.
Yeah, but this says that it's not maintaining.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm watching it live right now, and I think you should just go ahead. It might buffer every once in a while. Hopefully it'll stop.
Right.
And we'll be in chat and talking. Keep us informed. Hopefully it'll fix itself over time. Until we get better internet, this is it.
Yeah. So strange. Everything on our end looks like it's good. Why is it not receiving enough? Oh, it's saying excellent again.
And like I said, just kind of push through it for now. Don't worry about it dropping out every once in a while. Hopefully it'll just stop. And if it
Thank you,
won't,
Bay
then,
Showcase.
you know.
Anyways, did you guys get to see my wins from Dark Echo Gaming? That's a question, because I'll re-show them if I need to. I don't know why I'm looking over there. Devices, we unplugged everything that's not required for the stream. So for our cameras to be connected to the stream, it has to be on the internet. So we have the 2 cameras and the 2 computers, and that's it.
Says it directly on our modem.
Yeah, it says there's only 4 devices connected. We unhooked our Alexa, our Amazon stick, and we have a smart TV that we never use internet on, so I turned the internet off on that too.
You know exactly what's connected, and it's just a matter of getting new internet, I think. Sucks. What we got? Because every other problem I seem to have fixed. Notice that?
You fixed? Oh yeah, that's true.
There was a banner saying our bitrate was too high. I lowered it, and it's gone.
Yeah.
And it's sticking up at the bitrate that I asked it to. It was fixing it.
So we'll see.
I'm learning this stuff right now. And our router is the internet box that we get the internet from. Get it through T-Mobile.
Our cell phones are our cameras right now.
Oh yes, that's true. It charged like a Tesla. Just plug it right in. So it's the coughing song.
It's the coughing song. Wait, don't show that. Now, why would they do that? I just thought it. So if anybody plays TCG Live, I have 2 people I give my code cards to when I open up packs. If you want to be a part of that little group, let me know, and I don't use them. So But just to show you where I put that Mimikyu. He's right there. My little jumbo Mimikyu.
Very, very pretty, all smashed together like that.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Okay, Baze, we'll make sure we definitely... Yeah, we don't have any real social media. YouTube's about the only thing, but that would be a very good idea to shut down everything, because email push notifications I get, and I get a bunch of YouTube notifications, because, I mean, hello. But that's a very good idea. I wish... I don't play it. I know you don't play it, Neil.
That's a scary looking Gengar.
That is a scary looking Gengar.
He looks hungry.
He looks hungry. And if you can see behind me at the end of the stream, I'm going to open those. One's Glaceon, one's Leafeon.
So stay tuned.
This one I got because I got a tip at work. I sold a ticket. I work at a gas station. I sold a ticket, and that particular person tips, if it's over a certain amount, she'll tip 10%. And so we went and got ice cream, and I got this, and I don't know what else I got. I don't remember. No. We're gonna open these. But yes, so the goal of today is to have Cheesy answer a bunch of questions and try to be open and vulnerable and learn how to do that.
Like we could start with, what's the deal with trust? I mean, why?
Oh, that's a good idea, Neil. Neil says Snapchat is a bad internet sucker. Okay, what's the deal with trust?
Yeah, your lack of it.
My lack of trust.
I
So,
want everyone to know before we start this that I love my wife more than anybody else. She just cheated.
it's upside down. Can't be upside down. Upside down means I give it away, and I don't want to give it away yet. Anyway. So, I don't really care about pack tricks and what. I can get this in frame. So I don't. That is a cute Eevee. And a more Pico. Caterpie. Phantom. Totodile. Ooh, that's a pretty Smeargle. You see that?
Artist's Pokemon. Pokemon of a great artist. Maybe Van Gogh. Yes,
Heliodisc.
potentially.
Sharpedo.
Does a Sharknado shoot out a Sharpedo?
No, a Sharknado doesn't shoot out a Sharpedo. A Sharkanon does.
Yeah, I see.
My trust issues come from a long time ago. I had some bad friends growing up. They... I don't know if... Okay, so bad friends, maybe not. Long time ago, they were in their own dark places. And they may have made choices that made me feel... Nuh-uh. Got that Phantom signed by Danny Phantom at Card Party? That's cool.
Who is that?
I don't know who that
Is
is.
that Danny Phantom from like the cartoons?
No. So it's probably another YouTuber I've not heard of until just now. So I might have to go check him out. I have been kind of not on YouTube except to post my videos in a couple of days because of this podcast I've been listening to. Trying to understand things, big thing I have is anxiety, and with this new position at work, excuse me, with the new position I have at work, I really need to get my anxiety under control because I will make more mistakes if I don't. And so for the last, what is it, Friday, I haven't been on YouTube. I've been kind of just absorbing myself into
Binging.
self-healing and self-discovery. But I think my lack of trust comes from my childhood. Relicanth, Palucha, Vulpix, Drowsy, real big YouTuber over, yeah. Plus he wins big matches, yeah, and TCG. Ooh, Ninetales. Talonflame.
So it's a play on Danny Phantom. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It is Danny Phantom, right?
It's Danny Phantom. So it's a play on Danny Phantom with the Pokemon theme. It feels like.
Adorable.
Worker. Sunflora.
Hey, Sunkern should evolve soon.
I have a Sunflora.
It might be up.
So, the idea behind this today is that Hooded wants me to communicate more, talk more, and listen more.
I'm hoping she does too.
No, that's what I said. I am. You want me to do all these things a little bit more. And it's not that
I'm hoping you want you to do them more too.
Right, it's not that I don't want to do it. It's I'm learning how. Yes, I do need to build up my self-confidence. And so it's been a struggle. All my life, I did what everybody else wanted me to do. It's like, what would you say? Like a really trained monkey?
I mean, that's a cruel way of putting it. I would say someone who wasn't fully aware that she had more choices than what other people were saying.
Purloin.
I'm trying to
Filigree. That's okay. Hooded struggles with where he's being gentle or not. Oh, look at that Vaporeon. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Put him right next to the big card.
Breloom. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bay Showcase. From what I know of you, Cheesy, you're awesome. Thank you, Neil. I think there was a time, I wonder if I think it was in Anne's stream. I don't remember.
You are awesome, though.
Monferno.
Like, awesome.
It's...
Like, Neil isn't just throwing you some compliment. It's true.
I don't remember what stream it was in, but someone had discussed how that... Whoa! That was effective. Hold on. Cheesy's kind of dumb. And loopy.
Awesome.
Awesome. Woo! Okay. Good. Good. Stay there. That is really cool. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, back to what I was saying. Someone had discussed how that you can hear other people say things really awesome about yourself, but it's really hard to hear them when you're struggling to believe them in yourself. And so one of my focuses is that I got to learn to believe in myself, that when I hear someone say something really nice about me, my mind doesn't automatically go to the negative. Oh, they're just saying that to make me feel better, so I stop complaining, or, you know, a bunch of silly things that my brain decides to say that are not or may not be true.
And those chicks, those psych chicks, had a awesome little acronym for that. Do you remember what it is?
Ants and cats.
Yeah, the ants. Do you remember what that is?
Ants are automatic negative thoughts.
Yes.
Automatic negative thoughts. And
they just pop up in your head.
yeah. Yeah, I'm learning.
And then what do the cats do?
Cats are counteracting thoughts.
So it's a word you say in your head, words you say in your head to counteract the negativity that you automatically brought in.
Right. So like if my brain says you're such a stupid idiot, then my counteract or my cat would be like my cat B. That's something I had to learn too.
I'm not
Eldrim.
an idiot. How about that one? You just totally counteract it.
That's a total counter. Yeah, what about I'm human. I can do silly things sometimes. That doesn't mean I can't be a smart person at the same time.
It's almost as if you can be an idiot and smart.
Right.
Be a smart idiot.
So I'm learning how to do all that. I got, ooh, a Milotic. It's so pretty.
So pretty.
It's so pretty. I think I have this already too. But it's gonna go under. Ooh, Earth and Seal Stone.
What does that do?
Now let's see. Put damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon V until its remaining HP is 100. That's cool. Pick. Honchcrow. Banana. Leafy camo poncho. Sit. Alright, right. That over there. I'm gonna put this under here. So that's kind of what I've been working on, and I kind of went YouTube dark for a little bit. And I feel kind of bad for that, but at the same time, I'm learning about myself.
You kind of needed it for yourself, right?
Yeah. But ants and cats was a thing I learned. That I gotta practice. I gotta turn this mic towards me. I gotta practice that a little bit. And then, trying to think of what else. My brain is struggling today. I apologize if I could lose track. And Hooded will be here to help me stay on track. Right, my dear?
I'm gonna give it a go.
That one is cut funny. I can
Another
feel
really
it.
big part of you is anxiety, yeah?
Another big part of me is anxiety, yes.
And give us a glimpse into what you feel with anxiety, what that means to you.
Oh, Smeagol. So, for me, my anxiety, if something can go wrong, what are all the ways, all of them, that it could go wrong? So, I'm driving down the road. Every single car is going to hit me, going to crash into me. My tires are going to fly off. Like, it's...
All of those are ants, too, aren't they?
They are. I guess that's a good point.
Why would I crash? Everyone here is trying to be safe. That's a perfectly reasonable cat, isn't it?
It is.
I'm aimed at your mic.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm catching it. It's hitting it every once in a while. I'm hitting yours too.
But basically my anxiety works in a way that I can think about something that could go wrong, and I think of all the possibilities. And I think we talked about this where it was, what did we discuss about? Well, it's not that I'm having a choice paralysis issue. It's that when I'm asked a very general question, it doesn't even have to be very general. It could be partially general, that I freeze up at all the possibilities and I focus so hard on trying to get the right answer that I freeze up. And I don't know, like my mind can literally go blank.
Like that, right? Just like that.
Nice. Kind of like that.
So I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions I already know.
Ooh.
You ready? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Arizona.
I mean, come on, keep going.
Okay, so I lived in Arizona until I was 12, and then
Expecting more than a sentence.
and then I moved to Idaho. What more? We are not in a 420 friendly state.
Not that it stops me.
You. But also, CBD is allowed here. And I've tried, and I don't know if I was aware enough of myself and my body, because that's another thing that this podcast has been talking about, is being aware of what your body is doing. but I have found that at least with non-CBD products, it does cause me more anxiety. And so I kind of tend to stay away from it. For my own personal reasons and whatnot. But I might be able to try CBD again once I realize what's going on in my body, what my body's trying to tell me, how to... I don't know if you guys are getting an echo. There's a lot of stuff going on behind me. So I don't know what you guys can hear. I can hear a lot. It's driving me crazy. Chapstick. I can hear my own voice in 2 different ways. And it's not, like, together. It's not synced. One is synced with me. The other one is delayed.
Well, then complain more.
I am complaining more. But I do need to focus on what my body's trying to tell me. And one thing that the podcast does say, Hooded would know more about that answer.
I don't know. To be honest, let's talk. If you want to talk about it, you can talk about that in you, because I could talk about me, but that's completely different. And you know that.
Thank you, Neil. No, I don't know. He asked this. I don't know which one. Or if I've tried one of each and I just don't remember.
Me, and then I tend to use sativa.
You do?
I prefer the whole more psychoactive property, actually. Counteracts my autism.
I feel like he is asking me my experience, because I was talking about my experience with it and it wasn't feeling very good.
Yeah, and we have no idea what it was the first time you tried it.
No, but they both, everything I've tried so far had the same
I think that the problem
reaction.
is anxiety.
Yeah.
Heavily the anxiety.
Heavily the anxiety that if it was indica at all, that the anxiety overrode everything, because I was no longer in control and I try to control everything.
It's the psychoactive one.
He says that indica is the better one.
Yes, but I don't know how much indica you've tried.
Exactly. So I was saying, if I had tried indica, that the benefits were outweighed by my fear of control being gone. So that was a possibility.
Did you say you have a control issue?
I do. I very much have a big control issue.
That's interesting. I don't think about that very often.
If it's something I know how to do, if it's something I know I can do, I try to control every aspect of it. Driving down the road, I have to be aware of everybody at all times, so that way if someone does something wrong, I can correct my vehicle.
You know, I like to use the idea of the probability current.
Lots of free time.
I want so badly for her to do that, Faze, but I think maybe getting out of the state would be a step toward that.
And that probably would be the best. The end goal there is maybe. And me getting a new position and everything, I don't want to risk my new position in any way, shape, or form, which is another control issue I think I have.
Really good thing that you're good at control. Because if you were bad at it, this would be bad.
The problem is, oftentimes, if my anxiety gets bad enough, I'm out of control. It's like
you shut down. You're not out of control. There's nothing left.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And so it's just sorry.
The ladies were talking about that with the burnout.
Yes, burnout. Burnout is very real.
The burnout activates one of those 3 reflexes. So either you get angry when you burn out, you fight, or you fly, or you just run away and avoid the problem entirely, or you freeze.
Right.
You freeze.
I definitely...
And that's it. And it's so clear.
I'm definitely freeze. I don't fight.
Neither one of us are combatant people. I think love is of primary importance.
A little bit. I'm gonna fix the camera. Hold on. Wiggly walks.
So I got 3 beasts today, and they're the odd beasts.
Oh, that's a little better. Odd beasts.
I've got odd ones here.
There we go. Yeah, that works. Sorry for any future earthquakes. Chrissy, if you're still here, you have any artistic talents, any way, shape, or form, I'd like to hear about it. This is your first time in stream.
That is kind of what we do here.
Yes. And some people like to sit and chat, which I like too. But since this is a big, like, learning about myself, and we're asking questions to dig deeper into Cheesy's brain to understand her better.
Also, we're gonna be making monsters, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be making monsters while we do this.
The odd beasts I've prepared.
Yes, let me say this real quick, and then I'll let you do your odd beasts.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize interrupting.
Yeah, you were interrupting. But if you guys have any, like, if you guys know of any questions that can help delve deeper into the mind of somebody to learn more about themselves, ask away.
I asked somebody to give me a personal question. Just any question they can want. Any question at all. But it has to be personal. And they asked me what my favorite color was. It was so disappointing.
Who'd you ask? Someone at work?
Yeah.
I see. This is starting to dry out. I have trouble doing what you're doing right now. It is not an easy task, and is not somewhat. I used to be a lot more into drawing, painting, and occasionally clay.
So we work with air dry and polymer on our shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, I should say Cheesy does, because she does it all.
Yeah. Hooded does all the writing, and well, this might be this might be the perfect opportunity. When we do these streams, Hooded, my husband,
every Monday, at least.
Yeah, at least every Monday, because my schedule gets all wonky now. It's better if you stream with another person.
It's hard to stream in the first place.
It is really hard to stream in the first place, but really quickly, for Chrissy's benefit, Hooded's gonna give us a description, give us 3 monsters that we'll talk about, and then
descriptions are kind of vague.
The descriptions are vague,
so they won't be clear to draw.
So, and they're creatures from another world. Thank you, Chrissy. So that way, when I make something and you make something, they may not look the same, and that's the most beautiful part of this, is that we don't want them to look the same. They can look similar, but we don't want them exactly the same. And it's a way to, like, exercise parts of your brain and see how you can connect the vague description to a creature. So, you know, this could be a good way for you to practice that too. To Neil's thing, it is very hard to do most anything, and especially when you don't know yourself. I don't know myself very well, and Hooded definitely helps me.
Let me ask you a question that could dig into that a little bit real quick.
Okay.
Why don't you know yourself very well?
Why I don't know myself very well. I am a big people pleaser. When I was younger, I really wanted people to like me, and I moved quite a bit when I was younger too. So, the first place I ever lived, I don't remember being a people pleaser, but then we moved, and I would do anything to have a friend because I was lonely, and all I had was my brother. And, you know, siblings get annoyed with each other every now and again. And so I found a friend that lived on my block. I moved in the summertime, so I didn't move in the middle of school. I had to wait till school to meet anybody, so that's like two months, maybe 3. I don't know if Chrissy's I have an assumption of who Chrissy is in the back of my head. But I don't think Chrissy is the nurse. Ooh.
Think Chrissy wants to try our Discord?
Yeah.
Because the rule is that for every picture or whatever of a monster that was created,
My doggy gets a treat.
and you'll see it. We'll make sure you get a picture on Discord.
You know what I don't have? A wet. So my stuff, my stuff's drying out.
The wet towel.
And so I would do. You are. Oh, that's right. You are Kat's friend, aren't you? Kat is in Java Rack stream.
Of course.
Oh, Caitlin. Yeah, Kat. Yeah. Kitty Cat. Yes, she is the nurse. Caitlin. I don't know. Like I said, I'm really, really tired. Been up since 4 a.m. my time. I don't know what time. 7:30 p.m. And I worked a 10-hour shift. So I don't even remember what I'm saying half the time. Catlin's friend, that's right. Yep. Okay. And so when I moved, I wanted to have a friend a little bit more. You? Yeah. And so I followed whatever my friend told me to do. And this is about why not both? I think it's actually both. Or IRL mostly. I'm still working on it. So I would do whatever she said, and then I think because of that, I started losing parts of myself. And then I moved again and gained some friends, and they were nice friends. And then out of state, definitely didn't have any friends. And so more and more I moved, the more and more I feel like I lost bits of my original self. And I was so young when I started that I don't remember that personality. And so that's why I'm trying to explore who I am now. And build a whole new person based off of things that I want. And it's really hard for me to want. Because I don't know how to. I've only known how to do what other people said. So. And then my first question out of my brain was going to be, was that a good answer? Buffering time.
Good question. What do you think? Do you think it's the right answer? Yes, I saw it. What can I do?
I don't know. I was just letting you know. I don't know if you heard me.
I don't know what. Okay, why are you letting me know?
Because it needs. I wanted everybody else to know that I knew that it were buffering, so that way. Oh, they were reassured.
I guess that's fair enough.
Hey, back to excellent.
Of course, they may not have experienced anything.
Not have. But, no, back to my thing that I was saying. In a place I really have trouble talking. Yeah. Big, large groups, which is funny. Big, large groups of people, I have trouble talking. And here I am on stream.
This is not big, large groups. This is me and you.
I think it's really cool you're doing some introspection. Yes.
Aristotle said,
an unexamined life is not worth living. And Hooded's big into philosophy.
being a hooded philosopher after all.
Being a hooded philosopher. And a lot of talks. And I have decided that's something I might need. In discovering and who I am and what I want. And Hooded's super supportive. If you don't know already, Hooded doesn't care for Pokemon at all. We are very much alike, Neil. I feel like I have a good connection with you because I have someone else out there who understands maybe some of what I feel. And I also hope that edit parts of my personality. Yes. Okay, so here's a funny thing. I have a work cheesy. I have a family cheesy, whether it be Hooded's family or my own. And then I have a shell of home cheesy. I would say a shell, because it used to be, before YouTube, I'd come home from work and just stare at my phone and look at YouTube shorts, watch shows mind-numbingly, and not experience any. Just absorb, consume, with no gain into myself, because I didn't feel like I had a self. I didn't even notice I didn't feel like I had a self. I think that's the biggest thing. I didn't notice.
I think that's the point.
Yeah.
If you noticed you didn't have a self, that would be very, very weird. Like impossible even, right? Because there's no self there to recognize you don't have.
And I very much form.
That hurt my head.
I don't even know what I feel so bad. I'm not hearing you right now. In different groups, I would
Okay, I know you
definitely adapt to what everybody else was talking about, and I would definitely be interested in everything everybody was talking about. I think it was the coolest thing, and I could have no idea what someone was saying. And so definitely would edit it. I think a lot of that copying personality that I have, that I'm trying to work out, will also pick up on people's accents. And I feel so bad at work sometimes, because if someone comes in with the accent, I mimic it without realizing it.
Yeah. You kind of like not in a show it off in your face or anything, but rather
Or poke fun
trying
at.
to be friendly with.
Just
like relate to, connect to.
Just to meld in.
Yeah, to kind of blend it together.
To get someone to like me.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah. That's all I wanted in life, is for someone to like me.
We people do weird things.
Ew, it's so much fun. And so, like I said, if there's any questions that you feel like would help with that, please ask them.
And feel free to ask any questions about me. The funny thing is that I don't edit. And that's like...
To the extreme.
Yeah, it's pushing me away from people.
Yeah.
And pushing people away from me.
And in college, I called it foot and mouth syndrome.
So I am being edited on the internet. You guys are being edited because I can't say everything I want to. Be aware of that. So if I say something rude or out of sorts, it's probably because of that, not out of a hate or disregard for your feelings.
Would you say your intent and the words you choose oftentimes get misinterpreted?
You're breaking up.
Oh, sorry. Do you think that your intent and the words you choose get misinterpreted in other people's minds?
Yes. And I think I'm very specific with my words. In fact, today I was watching Sabine Hassenfelder. She's a physics kind of media person I see on YouTube. And she used the phrase, it doesn't matter, it's just a definition.
Okay.
This is somebody in like high-end academics. And that didn't make any sense to me. And then she went on later to say that we have a massive problem of misinformation. And it seems like the lack of clear definitions would cause misinformation. Like a huge factor for it. So I'm very big on definition.
Yeah. Alright. I think I've worked out this quite a bit. So we need some odd beasts to create.
Alright, we gotta name them.
Okay. Go ahead and read them.
Alright. They're pretty simple. The first one, well, the other two are simple. This one might be a little more complicated.
Pretty light.
This creature may not exist only in this dimension. And from whatever way you're looking at it, you see different parts of it. Until you play the right song and it lull it back into the art dimension. From what I've seen, it has one giant head, 14 arms on a massive complex torso, and a massive snake-like tentacles moving it around. Sorry.
Atlanta.
So the other one is a fish with no fins that moves around by throwing rocks, even though it has 4 legs, and it eats rocks by mistake sometimes. And the final one, and all of these will get named, hopefully from you guys.
I have a question about that one. Just remember that.
Okay, well, we'll go out for you. The last one here is this jelly-like creature appears to be impenetrable. Often cylindrical in appearance, it changes into a blob shape in pursuit of its prey. And when they do, they tend to consume it slowly and painfully by rolling over them and laying on them until its prey dies, leaving small blobs that grow into new, whatever the name of this beast is.
I think I can make that one real easy.
You could play with
there's the blob.
one.
There's the blob.
Yeah, the blob should be interesting if you want to do it.
It would be. You
It's
need
an easy
names.
one for sure. They need names, yeah.
You need names. I think I like the blob being a blubbick. I'm gonna probably delete that one. That one's dead. A new one. You can't edit this. But something I've been playing with for a few years, and then I kind of stopped thinking about, and then play with for a few years, and is going into therapy as a career. You know, I've always been focused on other people, not myself. And I've always wanted to be helpful to people.
Takes a lot of guts to say that on the internet.
What? That I focus on other people and not myself?
That you want to be a therapist.
It does. Actually, no, I don't feel like it does.
Why not?
I don't know.
Well, you can't just, I don't know. I'm saying it does.
That's my go-to. I don't know. Why do you feel like it takes a lot of guts?
It's a part of you.
It's something I've been playing with for a long time.
Yeah, I know. So it's like, do you really want to make it a reality?
I think the
Or you're
more...
saying it more.
No, I think the more I say it, the more I think about it, and the more I consider it, versus keeping it in my own head will just let me forget again.
It's some pretty sound reasoning.
And I feel like if I truly explore it, and that's another reason to listen to this podcast, is to hear how these ladies are wonderful. If anybody wants to listen to them, like I said, it is Shrink Chicks. They're
probably on all platforms.
They are on all platforms. Yeah, they have a YouTube, but they do curse. But the beautiful thing about their cursing, it's not like it feels negative, like it's cursing to hurt. It's like almost affirming cursing, and it's kind of really beautiful, in my opinion. So, just saying. But I do like to give that disclaimer, because if someone's uncomfortable with the cursing, then I don't want them going in surprised.
What was the name you came up for the blob creature?
You might have to go backwards in the stream to find that.
Well, we're taking suggestions for the creature that can appear in multiple, or that can appear fractionally in our dimension, just parts of him in our dimension. And then there's a fish that has no fins, and it runs around throwing rocks, by throwing rocks. It doesn't use its legs. And then it eats the rocks sometimes, thinking it's food. And then there's the jelly creature that is cylindrical most of the time, and if you can...
It's a blob other times.
Yeah, it'll just slurp you up and lay on.
I had a good name for it too, and I don't remember. The Blex. Blex. It's something similar to that. Blex. Because I was thinking blob. You make the word blob even more fun. These are all made-up creatures, hooded, created.
They're from the land of Whissticks, where the puck reside.
And if you
Fantasyland.
and if you need him to reread the descriptions, let us know.
Or you could ask more questions. I'm happy to answer more questions about any of this.
About any of the creatures, yeah.
Like the fish with 4 legs that throws rocks to move and eats them sometimes.
Like, why? Okay, I almost forgot I had a question about that. What does it normally eat that it accidentally eats rocks? Does it, like, go to throw it and it flies back in its own face? Like, is it a klutz?
It could be. Maybe it's like mistaking it for something that's similar and putting it in its mouth.
I see.
Like some sort of sea urchin or something. Some underground meal.
So I have to be aware of my phone because now I have a responsible position at work. I have to be able to answer my phone in case my work calls and asks questions.
Why don't we start with the multi-dimensional creature?
Can you read your, hold on. Can you read the description of the creature that appears in other dimensions?
So I could actually, let me give you a clear idea from my point of view first.
Go for it.
The idea is there's this 14-armed thing. It's on this big, massive, complex torso, and it's got a writhing pile of snakes that move it around. And you can only ever really see parts of it from our dimension, and it doesn't really like to stay in one at all at the same time. It's not healthy for it. He'd like die staying in the same dimension.
Is it kind of like, okay.
Mr. Zard's Mix, welcome.
Hello, Mr. Zard's Mix. Welcome in.
Looking quite handsome today.
We're doing more monster creation and asking introspective questions of Cheesy.
Trying to stay affirmative.
And trying to stay affirmative.
I'm trying to put the word action, but I can't figure out how to put the word action anywhere.
Cats.
It's a affirmative action, but it's never mind.
No.
Well, where were we? We're also naming monsters right now. We're naming a monster that has 14 arms on a big, complex torso.
Could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Fix that to say live.
Good idea.
Thank you. You didn't have my chat feed live. Which I'm sure is not...
It didn't change anything.
Didn't change. Well, yeah. Anyhow. So, I like Blex for the jelly creature, honestly. But we'll see what other people think. AI creation monster on Google is awesome.
You could try doing it.
You very much could. You can try
This
typing
one's a
that.
little more complicated. The next one is the next one is a fish that lives underwater. It doesn't have fins. It's got 4 legs, and it doesn't use them. It throws rocks, and it kind of moves under the water that way. And sometimes it eats the rocks by mistake.
Mr. Zard's Mix, if you want these descriptions, careful your...
I didn't hear you.
Careful swinging, you're almost in frame.
Oh.
If you're in the Discord and you want descriptions typed out,
I better get that set up then, shouldn't I?
you should get that set up so that way you can just take directly what he typed and put it into the AI creation monster and then see what you get. That'd be cool.
But then you could tweak the words.
Flockerack?
I'd be fine with that.
That's the fish, isn't it? Flockerack is definitely the fish. Oh, I love that. Oh, I very much Flockerack. There's 2 L's. Is that intentional? In Flockerack? And... oh, sweet. For some reason, squid, worm, interdimensional, deep space, and Leviathan pop into mind. I'm sure I can come up with something good.
What about, like, Kren? K-R-E-N for the first one. Or Crick. K-R-I-K or something like that.
That seems very similar to some we already have. Yeah, Flockerack.
Yeah, we have a flipped. That's true.
We have a flit. Yep, yep, yep. A D-space interdimensional squirming Leviathan.
A jar. Let's just call it a jar.
You want to call it AJR?
A-J-A-R.
Oh, yeah.
A jar.
Let's call him Rick. That makes my heart happy. Rick. That could be his nickname. So you need... okay, so if his nickname's gonna be Rick, what's his long name? His full name. I love that.
We need names before I can do this so that they're named.
Did keep me on task here.
Yeah, so it's gotta find one for the big creature.
Releasium. Oh, that sounds like a Harry Potter spell. To undo bonds around your wrists. Releasium. I feel like Rick.
Call him a crush.
Deep interspace squirming Leviathan. Dissel. D-I-S-L. Dissel. I think that's fun. 'Cause if you name it...
interdimensional would fit better. But otherwise, it's... yeah.
yeah.
Maybe a distal. Error Leviathan. Something scary. I didn't really say anything about it. It's just a raw description.
I like what Baze is doing.
I'm fine with it, yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking for something kind of short and unique, and that Dizzle. It's interesting. All right.
Alright. So, interdimensional being is Dissel. Eight. Exit. Good one, Baze. And then
What was the...
Flockerack.
Flockerack.
Okay.
Flock-a-crack? Flock-a-crack.
No. I'm curious as to why there's 2 L's in it.
Flock-a-crack. Flock-a-crack.
Stop with the crack.
Flock-a-crack.
No, it's Flockerack.
Flock-a-crack. Flock-a-crack. I can't even say it anymore.
I like Flockerack. It kind of has this feeling of Flickerack.
But also kind of bird feel.
Flocker, not Flockar.
Alright, that's a nonsense. Nonsense. Then the last one is...
Blex.
B-L-I-X. Blix. Or B-I-L-I-K-S.
Why Blix? Blex. It sounds kind of funny. Like if you say it out loud fast, almost sounds like one can be confused because we use three-dimensional creatures and cannot truly comprehend. Dissel. Dissel, 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 dissel. I love you guys. This is so great. Blex. I'm okay with that spelling. Bleks.
If you want a weird animal.
Hello, Diamonds. Welcome in. We've named our beasts. We have the Dissel, the Flockarak, and the Blex.
So let me describe the Dissel for you. D-I-S-L. It's 14 arms on a big, complicated torso. And it moves around on a writhing mass of snakes. Or snake-like tentacles or something. And you can never really see it all from your dimension unless you play the right song. Otherwise, you're seeing parts of it at a time, and it's confusing. Dizzle.
I don't know what happened with Battissimo. What happened with...
Somebody type in exclamation point dying. I don't know. Maybe something happened.
Is that a Dissel?
Dissel. Dissel.
Diesel? Is that what you were trying to type in? Oh.
It's got 14 arms on a big complicated torso. You can only ever see parts of it at any given time unless you lure it into your dimension only with a song. They're gonna come eat you too. So. And then we have the Flockarak. It's a fish with no fins.
I love the Flockarak.
It's got 4 legs, but it doesn't move around the legs. It throws rocks underwater to propel itself. And it sometimes eats the rocks by mistake.
Just, why does he eat rocks by mistake?
Honestly, it's hard, medium, and easy.
And then the Blex.
Because the Blex is a often cylindrical blob. And then if it sees something, it'll blob out and then go roll over it and eat it. Or just suffocate it, or whatever it wants to do.
Diamonds drop the A, and that is the spelling of Dissel. Dissel. But he says, is that a Dissel, or do you have 14 arms coming out of your complex...
Interdimensional...
Leviathan?
Squirming Leviathan.
Deep interdimensional squirming Leviathan. It is wonderful. Yeah, he eats rocks by mistakes and throws them at intruders.
Imagine they could propel themselves away from something attacking by throwing it, doing a lot of damage to them.
Ungenerated images.
If you're not on Discord, it's linked at the top. You can put those images there.
Oh boy. Oh, these are I like.
Also scroll up and see the other ones we've got. That cat, kitty cat.
It's been a long time since we created something.
It's been a long time since you posted on here.
It has been a long time since I've posted on here.
Other monsters with their description.
Go real quick. Go to general. I'm a horror author. I have a terrifying image in my head of how this looks. We're making this tonight. Go that row. Click general. Make sure we're all the way down. We'll be making this tonight. So, Hooded post in Beasts of Nameless Worlds. The creatures.
I will.
In the Discords.
I just had one more thing.
One more thing?
Because you gotta figure out which one you're doing.
I know.
So the names were B-I-S-L.
All caps. It's important.
Then there was the Flick
Flockarak.
Flock.
Spread across the cosmos from deep space, Earthlings stood by and watched in horror through their sophisticated telescopes as the Dissel approached them at speeds unseen to them before this point. Check Discords in general. All right, you got it. I don't think Battissimo's working, so I hope this works.
Maybe it'll help.
Right. With that. Need to push. Oh, it's paused. I will look in the Discord in just a moment. Hooded has complete control of the computer, and my hands are nasty. Like Lovecraft said, beyond human comprehension. I know. When you make the description, do you have an image in your head, or how do you come up with these descriptions? Hooded has a wonderful brain that does some weird stuff.
It's also brutally honest.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cruel.
Mm-hmm. But how do you come up with these descriptions?
Really good question. I'll pull them out of the air.
He just kind of pulls them out of his butt.
Well, they're there. They all exist. Anything can be.
Trainer Trina!
Yay! Welcome back. We love you.
Ooh, I have a picture of something I put together today.
I'm gonna make it a point to say I love you to everyone I see come in.
I have 4 videos because I had to do 4 parts.
I love you, Neil.
Trainer Trina, you're welcome to share anything in Discord. I will not stop anybody from sharing.
And if you're making these monsters, put them specifically in the B&W.
Right. Can you open up Discord so I can see what Zards did? And he did put it in general. Ooh. Yeah. That is a cool face, and you only see part of it.
It looks like it could just be a cloud in space, too. Not necessarily, almost.
I relate with Hooded sometimes. I get these weird images in my head, and sometimes they make me laugh. And then he asks, do you love me? You're gonna say to Diamonds.
Yes, I already said that when he came in. I love you, Diamonds.
I don't remember, but that's not surprising today.
Love is easy. And it gives us happiness. True joy. All there. So important.
They witness its face with a wide, gaping jaw that ended in horrendous grin. Its teeth line the interior in a cylindrical pattern rotating slowly, which were big enough to tear planets apart. That is amazing.
And when it consumed them, he gained nothing from it. He destroyed them out of spite.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to go a different way. When he consumed them, he was still hungry.
Ow.
It was but a light salad.
That's what it is. And then a burp. Cosmic burp.
A cosmic burp. When he cosmically burps, does he like burp planets or galaxies into existence?
No, it's Big Bangs.
Big bangs. I do know one person voted for 2. Do you love me? Old Greg. I was thinking old Greg with the do you love me. Thank you, you fuzzy little man peach. I don't get the reference, Diamonds, but that is funny. As it moved closer, the Earthlings noticed that the end of the creature was still not seen. Rather than getting smaller, it just seemed to grow more and more. Sorry, I got distracted. More and more with pieces of the creature now vanishing. Oh. Woohoo. Thank you, Mr. Zardmix, for showing us the app that you... That's pretty cool. And no, Diamonds, I do not know of the...
Mighty Boosh? I remember something about that.
I recognize...
It's British.
I recognize that, but I have no idea.
This is all very familiar. As a British thing.
They did not understand why it seemed that this creature was comprised of many segments, segments spread apart by galaxies, yet moving in unison, as if though they were one solid piece. I think the Flockarak is going to win because I see 2 votes so far for it. Can you see here if it... Not voting. It doesn't seem like the voting's working. Like, Battissimo is not in the...
I don't know.
I'm keeping it in my brain. I saw 2 votes. That's all working, and it's up in the stream. I create monsters all the time. I love it! I love this. But Mr. Zard's Mix, you didn't answer a very important question. The Flockarak, when you originally typed it, it looked as though it had 2 L's. And I'm curious as to why it had 2 L's. Was it a typo or intentional? Because if it was intentional, Hooded misspelt it. Oh, my eye has been twitching for like 4 hours now. And it's really starting to drive me bonkers. Eyelid. My eyelid's been twitching. I think the chat voted too. I agree. Hey, hey!
Weird.
It's working now. 2 L's, it's silent. The yeah, so you misspelled Flockarak.
Everyone gets a dime.
Yay!
Dime solo round.
Beautiful.
Flockarak.
Yeah, we're chat voted too, without the aid of Battisi. Oh, potato! I want potatoes. I can't be hungry. I cannot be hungry. I got home from work and I had 2
FLOO. FLLO.
FLLO. 1 L is silent. Oh my eye. A fish with no fins that moves around by throwing rocks, even though it has 4 legs. They eat the rock by mistake sometimes. You know, so people ask about the 2 L's.
It's good.
I could hug you guys right now. You guys are amazing. I love this. It's a gimmick. Yeah, some gimmicks are good. Like, okay. Working, I never voted, but who cares? Neil, you can always vote. You can vote for whatever you want. You can vote for one no one else voted for. Your vote is important, even when it's the only one that didn't vote for the popular.
Or maybe you're rushing. And we could talk some more. And let people vote more.
Post it. Everybody said 2, except for Neil. Neil's...
That's true. I get it.
I think Neil and Diamonds are the only 2 that didn't give me a number. Trina, Chrissy, and Mr. Zard's Mix voted. Have fun at work, Mr. Zard's Mix. Oh, Baze is doing more. Okay. It squirmed and would vibrate in place when one of the scientists noticed something in particular. A set of many arms... Oh, peculiar. Sorry, I don't know how to read. A set of many arms was moving through the creature's sides. Okay, Baze. You have to retype all this out. And put
I'm
it...
thinking I'm going to cut it up and put it in a short.
Oh, you're gonna cut up my reading of it?
That'd be cute, wouldn't it?
That'd be cool.
Against it. Pack him in it.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely tag Baze in this.
So just keep reading it. In fact, read that one again while we're clear a reading of it, or I'll use the cute one where you messed up.
I can reread it. Yeah. It squirmed and would vibrate in place. Then one of the scientists noticed something peculiar. A set of many arms was moving through the creature's sides. Okay. Let's get this little...
Do you know what eldritch means? Eldritch.
Can we get them in writing so I can just copy and paste? Then Neil says, no, it's fine. Okay, I vote 5. Neil's official vote is 5.
I think that's for the Strider. Stride.
Alright, let's make this... Okay. Oh, hold on. These arms would move up the line through the many segments of the creature's body. How could they if they were separated through vast, empty pockets of space? This baffled the scientists. Alright, I'm gonna make this fish with 4 legs. The funny thing is you never denoted how many arms, and so I'm gonna play a game with that. I'm so excited for this. I can say...
I did say throw, but I should clarify that really what I mean is launch. Whatever way it projects it out to get the boost.
I can say that ever since I've done this exploration of my introspection, I have found it a little easier to find more joy in my day. So like I've had a particularly stressful day. I had to do something at work I've never done before. And 4 legs, wait, no arms. No, it's just not said that it has arms or not.
Yeah, monkey's legs are like arms. So it's like up to interpretation, but there's only really 4 of them.
That's no, I'm gonna do 4 legs and then 1 launching arm.
Okay.
Because because you never did specify arms. Dude, what dogs do? Okay, dude, what did dogs and cats have? 4 legs but no hands. But I feel like your descriptions are vague enough that I can add anything I want.
The legs is meant to be vague.
So legs,
Do whatever you want with legs.
he can have 4 legs, but I'm gonna
want to say appendages or arms because arms is too specific, and legs I thought could be stretched the other way a little better.
I'm gonna give him 4 legs, and I'm gonna give him a weird arm.
I'm down for whatever it is though.
Because
it's all vague on purpose.
So is it a dog or cat or cat or fish? I'm a banana. Banana. Okay. My work gives out free bananas all the time. Fried bananas. Just thought about work and bananas. I'm in trouble. Anyway. And so
A-N-A-S.
every time I ask someone if they want their free banana, careful with the shaking, I don't want the camera to fall again. Oh, okay, hold on, Baze. I'll get to it in a second. I'm not ready. I will sing a little song. I sing all the songs at work, but I would go banana, banana, and then I would stop because I can't go any further. All right, are we ready for the next Baze showcase story? When the Earthlings realized the many planets destroyed along the way were feeding this creature, feasting on many worlds at once with the sheer size of the creature's demands, it does this to survive.
To survive.
Oh, I'm thoroughly enjoying this base. See, you don't have to have artistic talent in like paint or drawing or clay sculpting and all that. You can have like this beautiful way of writing. I will take it 100%. Bananas. Yeah, I see bananas all day, every day at work, except for my days off. I'm really crossing my fingers. I have days off this week, but I don't have to be up early tomorrow. I get to sleep in for like the first time in 4 days. Oh no, Thursday. Oh, hold on. Uh-oh. Doggo barking. Alright, I'm reading. I'm gonna read here in a sec. They then came to the conclusion that our dimension was merely not strong enough to contain the creature. Its heavy weight tore through our fabric of space, exposing its segments to other dimensions. Man, this is so fun! Alright. But yes, I have been experiencing joy more often, and with a lot of this introspection, my fear when I do anything, oh, sweet. You want to open up Discord real quick so I can take a look, and then I'm going to read Bay's next entry. Then it was too late. The end was swift. There was no noise. There were no screams. Merely darkness. And an empty region in space where our Earth once used to be. Ooh. That's super cute. I love Gricky. Out of all three of those starters, Gricky is my favorite. So much so I don't even... I know Score Bunny, but I don't know the water one. Which really sad. I like a lot of water Pokemon, but I don't necessarily care for a lot of the water starters. Squirtle's cool. That's about it that I can remember. You're touching me.
I didn't know I did that.
I didn't know he put the dog up in the stream. Ooh, from the Camp Carnival. Nice. It's a puzzle. Puzzles are fun.
Great activity.
Oh, here we go. Tina's gonna try. Let's go, Trina. I said Tina, but I meant Trina. My brain is just done broke. Ooh. 8 seconds. There you go, Trina. Woot woot. Oh, Baze, we're gonna make a short of me reading it.
I mean, with your permission, of course. I would.
With your permission.
Because we love you, and we wouldn't want to step on you.
We can make the short with your permission, and then send it to you, and you can post it if you'd prefer.
Fine with me too,
Yeah. Give Hooded something to do tomorrow while I'm at work. I close tomorrow, by the way.
You want something else to read?
No, I wanted another question. Introspective question. You said you were going to read them through the stream, and I'm the one reminding you.
I was going to read them through the stream? What are you talking about? I don't have any written down.
On the app.
Oops.
VR fell off my water bottle, so my brother started calling me Catina. And then almost... Okay, so it's almost like Cantina.
Describe in as much detail as you can your partner's day, either today or yesterday.
Okay. It's cool, just tag us. I'd like a copy to repost it also. Okay, you got it.
I don't mind if it's like... Because you're describing something, right? It's got a name. A little bigger than I was thinking, but that's fine.
Ooh, okay, so I have 2 questions.
That one, I'll go with mine.
What's your favorite part about yourself? Oh,
That's a killer question.
that is a tough question.
You know what that isn't? That isn't what's your favorite color. I really appreciate it.
You're right. It isn't what's your favorite color. My favorite part about myself. Oh boy.
I mean, she's got a lot to be proud of. Really diligent worker at her job. She's held most of her jobs for more than 5 years. I think you only had 3 jobs. Or maybe.
No. The restaurant was 2. And the phone survey job was...
Man, that was so long ago.
That was so long ago, and it was a cruddy job, and I was just doing it to help me pay in college. Neil's answer to that question is nothing. And that makes sense if you're not a fan of yourself.
You don't have to be. I'm not a fan of myself either.
You don't have to be, but I kind of wish you were a fan of yourself.
What you need to do is love yourself. That's what
Have an answer. Okay, have an answer. What my favorite part of myself?
I was saying that you're really good at your job. You should be very proud of that. And you're really good at crafting, and you've been doing Pokemon this whole time. Soft. You're really proud of that. You're really good at communicating with your coworkers. You're a really good wife. I mean, you're just excellent at everything you do.
Yes, but my answer would not be any of those because I'm always nervous that I'm not really good at being your wife or my job. I don't do enough. That's a big thing. I have a feeling I don't do enough. Okay. And then crafting, I can always get better, so I don't feel like I'm...
Is that feeling that you're not doing enough an ant?
Ooh. Which, if you haven't heard, an ant is a...
Automatic negative thought.
Automatic negative thought. And to fight those ants, you use cat.
Although it's spelled with a C, not a K.
Cat is spelled with a C.
Yeah, because it's counteracting.
Counteractive?
Well, we have a cat in chat.
Oh, okay.
I have my favorite kitty cat.
A counteractive thought.
Counteracting thought.
So you do a counteracting thought to those ants. Anyway, my favorite part of myself is... oh, I had it in my brain and now it's gone. And it should be just easy to pull back up again, but it was the way it was worded I lost. Is how much I like to be helpful. That's not what I was going to originally say. I had a better thought out.
That is another place. Yeah. You definitely love to help people.
I definitely like being helpful and useful, and I feel like I really strive to be that, so I try really hard to be a helpful person, and that's what I like as my favorite part about myself. Ooh. And then Hooded's question was, describe my significant other's day. Describe your day.
To the best of your ability.
Okay.
As much detail as you can.
So.
Describe your partner's day, either today or yesterday.
I'm going to describe today.
I'm here.
Okay. So, today, Hooded woke up and commented on one of my shorts. And,
Which one?
And then, Grooky.
You remember what I said?
You said, get that monkey a tree?
Yeah, he needs a tree.
He needs a tree.
He's got the sticks and the drums, but he needs a tree.
And, he definitely played with my computer. I know that for a fact because my phone auto-connected to it while I was at work, a whole 10-15 miles away. And then... I'm working at it, Chrissy. It's a journey. as simple as what is that, cliche as an answer it could be. It's a journey. I want that one.
It's about like wanting to be on the journey.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be on the journey, it's going to be really hard to find the thing you like about yourself. I mean, to be honest, I know exactly what I want in my life, and I still don't really feel all that well about it.
Okay. I know at one point Hooded worked on getting my short for today ready and edited down and sped up so it can fit within the short's time frame.
That's out, right?
That is out. Oh, my eye. Okay, I'm back. Let's see if that stopped it. And then I know he spent a lot of his day cleaning up our place because it's been a mess with the change in my schedule and the extra hours he's picked up. And then he made sausage and got some, oh, what was it? Everything seasoning Italian bread, and he had garlic buttered it up.
We ate the bottom half, but we left the top half because I want to put mozzarella on it.
I don't know if it's gonna make it then. We'll have to just redo that whole thing.
I'll put mozzarella, then pepperoni, a little bit of marinara.
All right. I have a weird request for you. My hands are too dirty for me to do this, but can you just like press on my eyelid a little bit to help the twitching stop? A little harder, just press. There we go. See if that helped. I think I know why my eyelid is twitching. Okay, this is the feeling your body and understanding what messages it's giving you. I think it's telling me that I'm exhausted and I need to rest. But I don't have to wake up early in the morning, and I want to do this stream, and I'm having fun despite the lack of energy coursing through me. Oh, that just made my eyeball itch.
What do you want from YouTube? Doing this streaming stuff.
What do I want from YouTube? Ooh. What do I want from YouTube?
I mean, like, from doing the stuff that we're doing, the streaming and the videos. What's the goal of all this?
I think originally, like, my goal was just to share the things that I was making at the time, which was the Pokemon. Annoying. Oh, wow. I'm only 300 subs away from 200. That's exciting.
Only 300 subs away from... Only 300 subs away from 200.
I have a negative 100 subs.
3 out of 5 stars wouldn't change a thing.
It's 5 out of 7. 5 out of 7. 5 out of 7 stars. Oh, no. 300 subs. You know, now that I'm thinking about things, and one thing that I never really did before was put myself out there. And that's what YouTube's doing is I mean, I've been talking more because YouTube. I have been sharing parts of myself that I haven't done before. I don't know because I can't hear anything. Are you being loud enough for me? Oh. Is Hooded being loud enough?
What was I asking though?
Something about introspective on YouTube, and I didn't hear anything else.
Is that kind of what you want for this channel? Do you want to just try and introspect with beasts as you make them?
At this particular moment, yeah, that'd be kind of that's because that's where my journey is currently, is that introspection.
Why don't we take a step back for 1 second? Describe what introspection is from your point of view.
From my point of view, what introspection is the internal inspection, which is, I mean, basically to look at. So looking inside myself is the easy answer, I'd say.
Well, you're not looking at the guts.
Looking mentally inside myself.
What describe inside yourself a little clearer. What are you looking at specifically?
How my body is reacting or responding to outward stimulus.
Kind of the thought patterns behind that, right?
Right. How I process my anxiety and finding the good reasons for my anxiety to happen and understanding the bad reasons why my anxiety, or the bad things the anxiety is doing, and not allowing it to control or hamper my daily life. Because anxiety is not always a bad thing. It's telling you something is wrong, but it's gotten to a point. I have a thought on that, Neil. Hold on one second. It's gotten to a point where it's over the top and a little excessive when it doesn't necessarily need to be. And as far as Neil's thing goes, YouTube does help. It can make you feel better about yourself. Yes, it can make you feel better about yourself. There's also this danger where all social media has this danger. Oh no, I got to 200. You got me to 200. Thank you, Bay Showcase. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
It'll also help us improve stuff and join us in this endeavor every time we get a chance.
Got a notification on my phone. I got a new subscriber. The other 3 members. Woo! Go Bay Showcase, oh, anyway, back to social media. And these girls talk about it in this chat, but I've always thought this too. Social media can also make people see things that would make them envious, or they look at it and they go, I don't have that capability to do these kind of things, and can make you feel worse about it depending on how you approach it. And you have to remember, when you're watching someone, you're only seeing maybe, what is 10% a good number of them, 5% of that person,
and that 5% can change the next day.
Ooh.
Oh, did it actually show up this time?
I don't know, because
I heard it, but it wasn't the right sound. Oh no, it was.
Okay.
That was another one I was thinking of. It should show ditto up there for like a second or two.
I see. I do very much myself struggle looking at other people and seeing, oh, they look like they have everything together. They look so happy, you know, especially like social media where people are posting the happy pictures of themselves. But you don't see...
We were talking about happiness the other day.
Before or after the picture.
It seems like ignoring happiness is a key part to introspection.
Well, we also were talking about how in happiness, it's not something you should chase. It's an emotion. It's fleeting. It's...
water. It drips through your hands. You can't hold it.
Yeah, you can't keep a hold of happiness. And so when you experience happiness, experience that moment, let it be there, and then when it's gone, let it go.
And the cool thing is, if you are smart about it, you can dig a well and build a well. Well, build a well. Dig a hole and build a well.
Woo!
Yay! Thank you, everyone. That was really nice of you.
Yay, I hit 200. Let me tell you, when I started YouTube, I didn't even think I was going to get past like 50.
And yet I think she's going to get to 10 million.
No, cheesy Pete's.
She's so easy. Beautiful. Kind.
Easy, breezy, beautiful, cheesy.
That's it. You get it.
Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it.
We're just here to have fun too, right?
See, like this right here, this moment, it's kind of like a happy moment. 200 people have decided that they like my stuff enough that they subscribe to me and maybe join in on the chat in the streams.
Show us the love.
They watch my shorts when they can. And
hey, good job.
That's really good. Good job.
Right on the money.
Still trying to get to 320 subs. I only gained 1 sub today. You know, after a while, like when I started gaining them and it got a little crazy and really fast, like it kind of did my head in a little bit, like, and then I stopped gaining them and my brain just like did the anxiety thing where...
But what's important here is we're having fun, right?
What's important here is we're having fun, yes.
Just creating monsters, just enjoying our time.
This is what I do to relax from work. Like, I don't use YouTube as a job right now. If it turns into that, great. If it doesn't, it's what I do to relax from my job, to kind of take a little bit of an edge off of the grind of work, the thing that gives me my paychecks, so I can buy more cards and art supplies. So I am really excited. It's really kind of cool. I don't know if I'm responding it to the way people would expect. I may have been like, so before the introspection and maybe even like 2 months ago, I would have been really, really excited. I would have had like a really big like high point in my emotion, excited. And then tomorrow 100k subs was a dream. See? And then tomorrow when I got up and looked at it, I would question why. I would go so deep. Unfortunately, I had to jump off. You're an awesome person and killing it at life. Keep being cool and congrats. Thank you so much. Chrissy, you have a good day. If you do...
Seems like what matters to me is that we're having fun.
Yes. Chrissy, if you do make anything and you're in the Discord... Oh, you are in the Discord. I saw that. If show us what you make, because I'm really curious. I like seeing what other people do. But yeah, no, I would get really, really excited, and then I would get super bummed. Like, I would get really low. So that's why, like, my reaction is not all jump and excited and screaming and yelling and woo. It is woo. It is really exciting. But I feel like if I experience that really, really high point in the excitement, I will experience that really low point in the deep sea of sadness. Yes.
And we noticed that happiness was kind of in all of the emotions. And that the primary one we get it from is joy. When something brings us joy, we feel happy.
Yes.
Right? And so if we feel sad because a loved one died, we can at least get the happiness from their memories. We can still have that happiness.
Right. It may take a while to get back to that happiness, but it'll be there.
And if you're angry and need to prove a point, and you prove the point and the other person backs down, there's happiness in that anger. From being angry, you made your point and they understood. Whether it was physically aggressive and unnecessary or genuine and they understood and backed down, you know.
Or even if your point was the right point, the point that makes the most sense, as you would put it.
And they kind of joined in with you because it made sense.
No, like it could make the least amount of sense and they back down and you would feel accomplished. And I feel like that's more the aggressive viewpoint.
It's the anger that's bringing the happiness.
Right.
Anxiety can bring happiness because if you do your job well and are anxious during it, then you get, happiness from money and a job well done and stuff. All those emotions are bringing happiness. It's just joy is the one that it's so obvious with. Just like in Inside Out, the movie. The sadness lady could pick up some happy memory and move it. Right?
And see, well, it was actually the opposite way around. Joy picked up a sad moment and realized that after that sad moment was a happy moment.
Exactly. You just get what I'm putting it.
Yeah.
There's somewhere in there.
My hands are so slimy because I'm sitting here painting them with water.
Happiness is so important to everybody.
Oh. Welcome in.
Yay, cat. The cat's here.
Cat's here.
We are making... It's on just...
A flockerack. A flockerack. Javarack, welcome in. Very long mod meeting. Was it an effective mod meeting though, Catlin?
Be a fly on the wall in that. Of course, if I was a fly on the wall, I wouldn't understand what the heck.
Oh, my eyeball is twitching. All right. Hooded, read the description of...
So what she's making right now is the flockerack.
Oh, I didn't give credit to who said that.
Who named that?
That was Mr. Zard's mix. Yes, new monsters.
Yeah, so we have the flockerack, a fish. It has no fins, and it moves around by throwing rocks, even though it has 4 legs. And it likes to eat rocks by mistake sometimes.
It likes to eat rocks by mistake, or it eats rock
Does.
by mistake sometimes.
It's not very bright.
It's good. It was effective. And the last stream, honestly, that was a really low point in my week last stream. I think I kind of didn't make anything. I painted... Oh, hey. Hooded. Can you get my thing I painted last week? It's over there. I can't touch it because it's all white.
Thing I painted last week. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Fritic.
No, not the frittit. The frittit is the little freezer guy.
Oh, yeah,
Oh yeah, I can't remember the name of this
what's
one.
it called?
I can't touch it at all. Show it in front of my face.
About it.
Talk about...
Hold it. Oh,
I can't hold it, that's why.
White.
So, that's...
That's what it is.
I can't remember the name of it. This one right here. It's like literally right there. It just
It's
doesn't...
in front of her face. It's the Nas lip.
The Nas lip. So I painted the Nas lip. And I was feeling really down. And a lot of stress going on. I was in a mod meeting.
That is every single time, Baze. That is okay for you to do. Anytime you want. That's why you're number 7.
Yee. Stream's going great today. I don't know if anybody here knows because I said it last week, but there wasn't a lot of people. I am now assistant manager at my job. So my manager knows that I like streaming on Mondays. Any other streams I do will kind of be random and unplanned and to be announced because schedule's getting weird and I'm training a new guy and we got to figure out where my schedule fits in with being a new assistant manager and where the new guy's schedule fits in and how we all work it out. So and also that was the big reason, thank you Javarak, that was a big reason why I wanted to stay up 24 hours in DEG stream because that was my last free weekend. And I was so excited that he decided to do his 24-hour stream and I was able to be a part of it because if he had streamed the next weekend I would not have been able to be there except for here and there. Barely. I'd had to go to bed early because I have to open on the weekends now. That's why I'm not in streams on Sundays is because I'm not home. Java, I'm not home for your Sunday streams. So that is what's going on. But I think I was just really stressed out at that point. Being last Monday was my first day as assistant. Hello, Falcon Master. Welcome in. Yes, and Base Showcase took... Okay, so we had another creature called the Dissel. D-I-S-L. Dissel. And Base Showcase kind of did a whole story. Typed it into chat, and I read it out loud, and we'll make a short of it so that way he can... Dolphinately. I like saying it that way, and I don't remember where we got that from. Hold on.
Sharks.
For sharks, exactly.
Captain Sparkle on there.
Oh, it is Captain Sparkles.
Yeah.
I love Captain Sparkle.
That's where we got it. He could have gotten it from something. I don't know.
Right. Anyway. Ooh, Squalina got colored and posted.
Oh my goodness.
Uh,
The doggo's gonna have to get another treat
oh.
today.
So, we'll make a short of his story, and I think we'll turn the video over to him of me reading it.
I
And
think we'll both post it.
oh, we'll both post it.
Subscribe to both of us.
Yeah, we'll both post it so that way some of my subscribers can see it and his subscribers can see it. This collaboration kind of short.
Spur of the moment too.
Spur of the moment collaboration. I love it.
Perfect for a short little short.
And then also today we've been talking about my recent exploration into the introspection of myself.
So you can learn about Cheesy today. Anything you want to ask, I mean, I'm sure.
Yes, so any deep questions, any questions at all, you can ask me. Because Hooded every now and again has been asking questions. And the goal is for me to be completely honest and answer all of them.
You guys are the lie detector. Call her out if you think she's lying.
Because I have been working just in the last few days more on myself, realizing I need to. There is a wonderful podcast of two wonderful ladies called Shrink Chicks. They are therapists and they delve into wonderful, deep topics of the self. And so that has been my goal lately, is to do that. Ooh, and my hands are slippery. Oh.
How do you handle loneliness?
How do I handle loneliness? Not very well.
Do you get a lot of ants in your head and no cats?
A lot of ants. If it's too long to be posted in a video short, feel free to post it up as long as formed content. Although it will not be way too long of a video.
I doubt it. I doubt it's more than a minute of dialogue.
Hooded
Quite poetic though.
Hooded will make it really awesome.
Very Lovecraftian.
Yeah. Ooh. I think when you give me the copy to repost, I might put it up on my long form content. We can always we'll figure it out, Baze, and because you are you in my Discord, Baze? I feel like you are.
It's linked at the top if you're not.
Gotta be, hold on. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's so cool. Catelyn, that is really cool, Noslip. I can't wait to see that colored.
Yeah, it's not finished, and I want to see.
It's very floral, but like furry at the same time. Ooh.
This area, yeah. Pause.
I love it, Catelyn.
Yes, keep working. Love this.
Nope, you're not in my Discord. Okay.
It's posted at the top there. Unless you don't use Discord.
Yeah, unless you don't use Discord. But I can always find a way to communicate with you, I'm sure. Just set it up like days ago and I've not been added to way too many yet. Yeah, you can click the link at the top and you want all the arms. You should be able to join up there. If not, let us know and we'll find you a new link. That way I can talk to you in the chat.
That's also
about
if you want to put the text of the story inside there, that would count.
I think it would be really cool.
And that would get the dog a treat, I think.
I think it would be really, really cool because Mr. Zard's Mix posted his little creation too. I think it'd be really cool if we could use his image in that as like the background or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anne McGregor, hello.
We will. I think it'll come out nicely. Give some time and I'll figure it out.
Oh, Anne. I have been thinking of you like very recently. When you go ride your bike, do you listen to music? What do you listen to? Because I think if you do okay with listening to podcasts, I have one that you might like. It might be fun for you. No, sorry you're late. It's all okay.
There's a late?
There is no late.
Having fun. Right?
You just come in and hang out. Enjoy the time you're here.
And you can do some dying. And
I'm also okay, so I'm kind of hitting the loopy part of Cheesy Loops. I haven't been sleeping the last few nights, but I'm not upset with that because me and Hooded have had a lot of good conversations, talked about this, I almost said Discord. Javarack, you're all good. I know, you probably worked all day. I don't listen to music when I ride. I don't wear headphones. I like to hear the cars around me. I'm starving, no food available. Go get some noms, man. I understand that, Anne.
Cars are loud. And kind of not very interesting.
No, Dine, I'm on mobile. Or I still need to go get water. Or she needs to look into seeing if there are headphones that allow pass through so you can hear the vehicles around you. Hooded used them for a long time and he loved it.
Just wear over the head headphones.
You don't care about the cars.
Great. No, I mean you can still hear very well. You don't really need pass through.
And I sent you a message on Discord, Cat. After I'm done drinking my Monster, I'm gonna drink a bunch of hydration because... Oh, I can't drink any more of the Monster. Would you mind finishing it? And maybe getting me, some regular water. Just plain old tappy water. Because... starting to feel that. Take my... away. The words up are right there. But I don't like turning my head that way. Oh, you put them over here, so I didn't have to turn my head over there. That works better. But it's messing with you guys.
I have trouble seeing.
Wait. Hold on, make sure I didn't move too much. Ha ha ha, funny. Alright. Alright, I think we're good. Let's see. You need to scroll down too for me. Okay. But moving. I yell at pedestrians who wear headphones. We share trails and they can't hear bikes coming up on them. And calling me out. Sometimes they don't even hear me yell. Yeah. I want to be a cyclist who uses a boombox to blast music so everybody can hear me coming. I love it. Oh, how long did it take you to get back inside the other day? I don't even remember when it was. Like I said, like I was saying before, I haven't been present in some YouTube streams lately because I've been listening to this podcast and learning how to enter. Oh, you want to see? I got Jumbo Pikachu. I got a Jumbo Miraidon EX. I got a Jumbo Mimikyu EX. I got a Jumbo Vaporeon VMAX. And then, I don't know how well, but at the end of the stream, I'm going to open that. And that's the Leafeon. Is that the Leafeon I'm pointing at? What did?
No, please.
This is Glaceon. And there is Leafeon. And I'm going to open those. And they come with Jumbos as well. I found them. Where did we get them? Where do we find those? We go to GameStop? We got the Mimikyu at GameStop. And then we went to
I was there.
Walmart. I went to Walmart to find Hooded a backpack that has the like the camelback. Just check my binder. I might have to get a binder for my Jumbos, but right now they're underneath my plexiglass. Right.
She got me one with 2.
I got him, yeah, and then I was looking around and Huda was asking me questions, so I started walking in, and I kid you not, just happened to walk into Pokemon cards. I was aimlessly walking around. I didn't know where the Pokemon cards were at this particular Walmart because it's not our normal Walmart. And I happened to walk right into them.
Almost like Destiny, right?
Almost like Destiny. I have not watched Reincarnated as a Slime. There's one that I actually need to watch more of my, what is it called? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look at my computer over here and go find. No, Where do you see gold glitter?
It's just the
Ow.
right?
What it is being weird. All right, let me go see it because I can't remember what it is, but it's really super kind of cute.
Can't even remember.
But it I really did. I wasn't trying. I was near the checkout stand. I was trying to get some money transferred.
She was also on the phone with me at the time.
I was on the
Told me about
phone
it
with
and I
him,
encouraged her to buy them.
and then
Oh,
I
that did bother me.
walked into it. Legit walked into it. Heck. Oh, I gotta sign in. Oh, you stinking hate captchas. Like a moth to a flame, I know. It's so bad. It's so bad. Some days it's all I think about. Okay, so the one I'm watching currently and keeping up
Trying
on.
to make that streaming. Promise you.
Oh, you know what's funny, Anne, is I read your Like a Month to a Flame and read only Moth. Almost said it again. Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. That is one I'm watching currently.
What's it about?
It is about there's a land of beasts and a land of humans, and like the land of beasts is I want rain here so bad. It's overcast, but no rain and a lot of wind. It's about Beast King who demands one sacrifice every year from the humans. And she's
Rightly so. He's the Beast King.
I don't know if I think it is fairly newer. But I randomly was watching a short one day and it popped up in my YouTube shorts and I'm like, okay, and then ignored it, kept moving, and then 2 days later it popped up in my YouTube shorts again. I'm like, all right, I get it. And the third time I did, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll watch it. And I haven't seen it in my YouTube shorts since. But I rather enjoy it. It's really kind of cute. She learned at a really young age she was going to be the sacrifice when she turned old enough. And so she lived her life that way. She expected it, and when she went up to him, she was fully expecting him to eat her. And
That's interesting because that sounds like an analogy for your early life.
gosh. That's so much.
Never really felt like you had a say in anything.
And I just went along with what everybody.
And
Yeah.
You wanted to in the end. You gave up.
And then
Took me a while to
the
put my
biggest-
foot down.
E-
Say no more giving up. Start doing stuff.
right, the Beast King saw how she was reacting. She wasn't cowering, she wasn't running away. She was like, yeah, do this. This is what my purpose was. I mean, even her full name meant sacrifice. And so that's just what she was, and ended up the king of the beasts, who's kind-hearted. His father before was not.
The hooded philosopher, right?
Yeah, oh, that's okay. That's weird. He ends up saying that she's going to be his bride. Anime cards. What kind of, I know they're white shorts, but what animes are they? I don't think I can get into another collection of things. I don't have room. I barely have room for what I have. I gotta resituate. Oh, hey. I turn around and there's a glass of water.
Because you asked for one. And I love you and got you one.
I forgot I did.
My favorite part about Cheesy is that she's easy to love. So easy.
But it ain't easy being cheesy.
Really hard to be simple.
I am a very simple being, aren't I?
Complexity is so much easier.
Ooh, Transformers.
Also more fun. Complexity would probably stream more often.
All right, Bay Showcase. I will definitely accept that as soon as I'm available. But so yeah, that's what's been going on. My streams will be kind of erratic, except for Mondays. My boss is really gonna try to let me have Monday nights, so that way I can do this. Because she understands. That's why I love my boss so much. I tell her, I was like, hey, listen, I understand that because of this and the scheduling and everything's gonna go wonky, so do what you need to do with my schedule. And she goes, except for Mondays, right? Because you want to stream on Mondays. Like, my boss said that.
Why do you want to stream?
I want to stream to better connect with other people and myself and learn to have conversations.
But not to have fun.
No, never to have fun. That's a side effect.
Just trying to make fun happen. I can't figure fun out.
And there might be some. We finally got a poor stream health, so there might be.
That's been happening the whole time.
Has it been?
Yes, quit worrying about it.
Oh, okay. Blaster and Soundwave. My twin bro had Blaster toy way back when, and one of his friends borrowed it, never returned it. I can hold a grudge for a long time.
You hold any grudges?
Do I hold any grudges? No. I can't say I do. Okay, so we were talking about...
Easy to love.
We were talking about earlier about like where my issue with trust was and what caused a lot of that. And I said the first time I moved, I really wanted a friend and I was gonna do anything to have a friend. And that first person I met up with stole from me constantly, lied to me, tormented my brother, and I thought it was funny and I thought it was okay, and I didn't realize it. And when she did steal from me and she lied to me about stealing from me, like, I let it go. Something in me told me it was a wrong thing, and I couldn't. I was like, but how can I keep a friend? How can I keep her to like me if I accuse her of stealing? I won't have a friend anymore.
Did you ever stop to think, is that the kind of friend I want?
No.
Why do you think that is?
Because I so badly wanted someone to be my friend.
So how do you deal with loneliness these days?
I stare at my phone. And I ignore it.
We have it these days, that's what it is.
Yeah, I ignore it. I push it aside, or I take a nap. See, deep introspection.
This is shallow.
This is very shallow. But that comes back to the holding grudges. I think about that girl back then and the things that she did, and I recognize that she did not grow up in a very good home, and she was trying to cope. And it just so happened that I came along and so badly wanted to have a friend, and so badly wanted to maintain that friendship. I mean, like, we started a Spice Girls club when I was a kid, and she was the president and I was the only other member. But to join, I had to eat a mixture of dish soap and raw egg. And I did it. Because that's what I had to do. That was the rules of the club.
If you were the club leader, what would the rule be?
Well, it'd be kind of like what it is now. Anybody can join.
We just want to have fun. We want to enjoy the time that we have.
Yeah.
Do something together. That's love.
Love you, peoples.
Hard not.
What the heck? Hey, Java, this is gonna be a very
No, please tell us what's going on.
Well, they probably just got to the part where I was talking about things.
Oh god.
But I don't hold it against her. That's the thing, is like, I realize. Well, welcome in, Bizarba. How are you doing?
It's a wonderful story. it was like, how do you explain this? Like when the greasy mechanic girl comes out for the prom and she's all pretty. It was like that, and it was about cheesy. Now go ahead and continue with your conversation. I want to see if she understands what we're talking about.
But I don't hold anything against her, and I don't see her in a negative light. She was someone else going through a whole lot of trauma herself. And I just came in, and it was easy for her. Even at a great time. Easy for her to use the desperateness in my actions to fulfill something in her life, whether good or bad.
We could talk about this kind of dominant, submissive paradigm in our humanity, not adding any kind of unnecessary or vulgar connotation. If that makes sense.
So like how people are timid or outgoing, kind of, without the terms dominant or submissive, which can be contextualized as something
that some people have a need to dominate.
I see.
To like control, and some people just have a need, or maybe it's programmed within us, maybe it's something we're born with, maybe it's something that our parents gave us, but whatever it is, it seems that there are people out there with a dominant personality and some who have submissive.
Right.
And it typically is male, female, male being the dominant.
Right. Yeah. So the context can be misconstrued, but it's not that's not the context in which we are solely focused on. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, very much so. I had another friend growing up, and she also had gone through some hard times and was very controlling, and
this is the one where we met.
Yes, the one that wrote you, had cornered you, questioned why you were interested in me and all this other stuff, and then wrote me a 3-page letter front and back about how I shouldn't date you.
She also blamed me, saying that I wanted to convert you, which ironically I did, but that was your choice, and it was a long time ago.
Yeah, because she was too busy trying to convert me.
Yeah, she was trying to convert you really hard. But she was also being that kind of controlling person.
Yeah.
You seem to gravitate towards them as though you're a submissive person, which would follow in our life. I'm the more dominant one in the relationship.
Right. And
Although I do relax that and give you a lot of space to dominate in some areas.
Right.
Like I give you finances, and I don't really mess with that.
Right. Or any repairs needing to be done on anything.
Very strange between us, but
I think that's the reason why I really gravitated towards you in high school. I like how everybody's just talking amongst themselves. I gravitated towards you is because I feel like you didn't expect me to be the thing you wanted me to be. You just wanted me to be me, and you still do. You want me to know what I want, not what you want me to want.
But in a lot of ways, I still have that dominant ability. Like I'm louder.
You are very much louder.
Can you hold this? Like right here, just like.
What if she wants? She has to go out. You are showing. I have not watched any card party videos. I don't know a lot of people that had gone to card party. I think I only have one YouTuber that I know of 100% that went to card party. Question mark?
What is that?
Card Party was a big old, like, I don't know if it was focused mainly on Pokemon, but it was a big kind of like trading card game event. And I think it was solely Pokemon, but I don't remember.
Well, perhaps Bay's Showcase could explain.
Bay's Showcase could definitely... Oh, my nail polish. I want to repaint my nails. I did these yesterday.
If you could choose fight, flight, or freeze as a response to fear, which one would you choose? and which one do you choose when you do have a fear?
Alright, so I can do the do you choose first, because I definitely freeze. It was mostly Pokemon and YouTuber and influencer focused, yeah. I definitely freeze. But I don't know if I'd ever choose fight. It's just not something I would gravitate towards. It's not something I like seeing in other people, so I don't like being that way.
You'd want to run then.
None of those sound like a good answer.
Because the correct response is courage. But the question isn't what's the correct response to fear. It's which one of those three instincts
would I choose?
Would you want?
Which YouTuber do you know that went?
Well, they're all negative, is what I was getting at.
I think it was Pocket Packs. I think I would stick with freeze. If I had a choice and the time, I flee. In the moment, I know I can fight after a slight freeze. I see. That's interesting. I wouldn't know where to flee to. I think that's my biggest thing. I'd be too afraid. I'm switching phones and you put my real phone on charger. Okay.
Stay with us,
We'll see you when you come back. Yeah, they did go. My friend, I met up with them. Yeah, Pocket Packs is pretty cool, dude. I haven't been able to be in his streams because he streams Sunday mornings and Tuesday nights, and I have been working both of those. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to go see him or even tell him what's going on, why I haven't been there. But no, I think I'd stick with freeze, mostly because that's what I know. I wouldn't know where to run to. I think of flee more as a mental state, not so much a physical state. Oh, interesting, Anne. I won a prize on a live stream of his before. Yeah, my first ever win was on Pocket Pack stream, and it was the Golden Mew.
Oh yeah, and it's a really pretty one.
It is a really pretty one. That was so much fun.
I'll pull it out.
Yee. It is gonna go get it. And then unless Catelyn has it, she's gonna be jelly. How would flee be more of a mental state? That's a curiosity. See, there's like my little gold Mew. But that was my first ever win on anybody's stream, and it was Pocket Packs. Oh, that's so cool. That was the first card I ever won on anybody's stream. It was so cool, and then it got me hooked. It got me hooked so bad. Sorry, I'm currently just getting rid of my nail polish because it's driving me crazy. This... Oh, yes, you have it. Okay, good. I didn't want to make you too jelly. This that I'm doing here, I paint my nails with the purpose to pick them, so I don't pick the skin around my fingers. And I can pick the skin around my fingers without realizing I'm doing it. And that is a self-soothing thing I do that is not, I don't think is very good for me.
probably better than. Oh, well. Picking your fingernails is definitely a lot better than picking your fingers itself.
I was drinking through a glass teapot at my mom, and it shattered on her, and there was a oh. What was your reaction? If you don't mind my asking. Kind of curious. Stood on the couch and yelled at him. He was just standing there smiling. This kid has balls. First time I stood up against him. How old were you? I mean, that no matter what age you are, that's a very, like, would you say courageous or brave?
What's the difference?
There is a difference, and I can't remember it.
Well, the answer's in the nuance, I think.
Yes.
Courage is something that
15 or 16.
What is courage? There's this famous thing that people say about courage. It's not the absence of fear.
It's the...
What was it?
It's the... okay, basically, the actions you take in spite of it. In spite of the fear. You're still...
Just doing it because of the fear.
No, you're doing something...
Regardless of the fear.
Regardless of the fear. I mean, that's...
Bravery, I always would say, feels like there could be
on
more
my
than
head,
one
right?
person.
Say it again. Courageous is doing something that still scares you.
That's what we were saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
And so bravery seems like there's a component of a group.
Interesting. Neil said the problem I had right from school is rejection. I had a lot of that in school. I'm not the biggest hunk, and that's stuck to me even up to this day. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting tired of all this clay on my hands. It's itching.
Is it important to be beautiful to you, Crystal? Cheesy. I'm a very slow person.
So
Very fast mind.
the problem I had growing up a lot was the focus that my mom had on my physical appearance. Like, she hyper fixated on how I looked, how I dressed, and never really made... Yes, Hooded's done that multiple times. Ooh. He struggles calling me cheesy. Oh no.
Really hard to do that when you're, wife of 15.
Okay.
No one ever called you your name. You don't have a nickname. Nobody called you anything other than your name.
I do have
I
an...
was corn dog.
You were corn dog.
And
In college, Hooded's name was corn dog, and I would go... Go ahead.
My name is Anthony, so I have a nickname already of Tony, which is the one I get most.
Yeah. But, so, Hooded would... I would go visit Hooded in college, and I'd be like, hey, I'm looking for Tony. And they're like, who? I'm like, he lives here. Good night, Trainer Trina. Have a good day tomorrow.
Hope it's not.
Oh,
too
no.
long.
No. I need help. I need help. Quick. This stack right here. Take it. Take it with the towel. Thank you. Appreciate it. And no one knew him by his name in college, only as Corn Dog.
Some people need
Yeah. And so whenever we went and hung out, I was Corn Dog's girlfriend. Yeah. I don't think Hooded cares. You government named yourself.
I think I trust the government. Hope I don't sound so terribly naive. But of course I don't live in Canada.
You're saying it would be better?
No, I don't think so.
You say it'd be worse?
I think the grass is always greener on the other side because they have better fertilizer.
Oh, I haven't checked. She's gonna freak out if you don't. Please, please.
back.
But it's gonna take the dog out.
Oh my god.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh my god.
Stop it.
Wait. Oh.
It is gonna take the dog out because she's been orphaned.
She was back over.
Whee.
It's fine.
Fine. Oh, this has got to come off my hands. Hurts so bad. Now talking about Hooded's nicknames, I completely forgot what we were talking about. But Anne, if you ever like listening to podcasts, there's a really sweet one. I know I've been saying it all day in chat or in stream, and I'm sure everybody else is tired of hearing it, but it's called Shrink Chicks. They are wonderful, wonderful ladies that are therapists talking about, in general, problems that people have. Granted, their field is mostly family and marriage, but they do talk about a lot of stuff that's a lot of fun. Especially like when I was listening to them talk about anxiety, and they say your anxiety is trying to tell you something, and listen to it and suss out the reason why it's trying to tell you something. And then, I mean, it's just trying to protect you. And that you also kind of need to like have a talk with your anxiety, that you are trying to tell me that there's something I need to like take care of, and that you're scared, but you really need to back off right now and let me do this so that way I can do it with a whole mindset instead of the erratic one you give me. And that's me paraphrasing, probably really horrible, but that's what I kind of get from it. And I used it today. I had to do something new at work I've never done before. My boss had called out. I went in, covered and opened the store, did all my normal stuff, and then our safe, the armored truck came by to pick up the deposit from the safe, and it scared the heck out of me to do it because I was afraid to mess up. But I had to have a serious talk with myself and say, hey, listen, this is something that is highly important, that if something goes wrong, it could hurt the company in a little bit, probably not a lot. But if you focus too much on it, worry about it too much, then you're going to definitely cause a mistake versus possibly. And when the guy with the armored truck came in, he knew who I was, and I told him I'd never done this before. My boss kind of walked me through it over text and over the phone, how to do it. And luckily, I really like this guy. He helped me through it, made sure that I was doing everything right, and I was able to do it without much anxiety cropping up. And afterwards, like, I got that done and got one other thing I've never done before, which was timesheet stuff. Then afterwards, I went outside, took like a breather, and cleaned up the trash out of the parking lot and let go of all the stored up anxiety that I don't know how to just completely release it, but I can pause it. Like, I can focus enough.
Is that maybe related to the freezing?
It could be. It also could be related when I was working with teens with disabilities and they would have a behavior. If I froze too much, I would be hurt. Yay for trying new things. I would be hurt. They would be hurt. Someone else in the house could have been hurt. And so that job kind of trained me to get through the stressful things. Sweaty were your bits. Pretty bad. It was so bad. Oh my gosh. That's all I could think about too at the time. Like how sweaty my armpits were after he left. It's funny that you brought that up. Because that's not normally like a symptom I have when I'm really super stressed. Normally when I'm super stressed, I have a stress-induced stutter that talk about it and it happens.
Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
I have a stress-induced stutter that appears. I have a stress-induced muscle spasm that kind of runs across here. And I have had it checked out. It's not my heart. It is the muscle that's over there. But I didn't have any of that, but I did have the sweaty pits. That was hilarious. But like working with those teens, because I had to help protect them in the moment, I had to shut all that emotional response down. And then afterwards, it would be explosive, either crying. Oh, my eyelid is twitching right now. My eyelid has been twitching for like the last 5 or 6 hours.
Commonly induced by stress. And she has been up since 4.
I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, and it is currently 9:30 here. Okay. Ooh, more water. I turn around and there's water there.
Almost like magic. If only magic were this mundane as getting your husband to go get water.
And I know that like energy drinks definitely trigger those anxietal responses, especially so like if I'm super tired and my body's under a lot of stress, not just mentally but like physically, and then I drink energy drinks on top of it, it triggers the it triggers the stutter and the muscle spasm too. But if I'm careful and I drink slowly, it makes things so much worse, and it's so irritating. It's so irritating.
It is, it really is.
The twitch. And then like you're like, look, my eyelid's twitching, and someone looks at it and it stops and they're like, okay, crazy person, what are you talking about? Anywho. So I drank some energy drink, yes, so I can like have some energy for the stream, but then I knew as soon as I can start feeling any kind of muscle in my chest, I knew I had to stop drinking it and start drinking water to kind of like help dilute some of it now. Not liking what I'm making so far. So I got a pretty good base, but I'm not liking the arm or tentacle. Look at, he's so cute. I've never had both eyes twitch at the same time. I have had like muscles in my arm, so like right here, this muscle will twitch like mad in my arm.
I got one on my leg.
You got a twitch in your leg?
Yeah, my upper thigh.
Like right now or generally?
No, when I get all stressed out.
Ah.
It just twitches. Lower thigh. Yeah, like up above my knee.
Like right above your knee?
Yeah.
Yeah. caffeine is a fuel for anxiety. It very much is. And that's why I try to temper it with hydration. But also coffee. Which I did have coffee this morning.
What's the good about anxiety?
Your body's trying to tell you that there is something not right. That there's something that okay, so I do know this answer, but I can't put it into words in my own brain.
Then break it down into smaller parts.
Like, anxiety is trying to protect you from something.
Yeah, anger is too, right?
I feel like anger may not be...
Or maybe it's protecting others.
No, okay, so here's the thing about anger that I've always thought of, is that anger is not, and this is my own opinion, is not a primary emotion. It's based off of another emotion that has gone too far unrecognized. So if you're really, really hungry and you start getting hangry, that it's because you're ignoring a part of yourself and you need to eat, and your body's telling you you need to eat. Or like if you're hurt.
What if a bully punches you?
Oh, I think that's Diamond's asking if in Discord if we can get the text for the newest monsters.
Oh, I didn't post it? I'm sorry, guys.
Anger is usually something that comes up when you don't resolve something. Yes. So, and that was something I learned working with the teens is, and you know, the teens, because something that someone, I got it. I'm good at reading gibberish sometimes. I do like calling them the teens because I don't want to just have people being recognized by the disabilities that they have. And so yes, when I was working with the teens, it taught me something that I think everybody needs to be taught, which is how humans interact with each other and themselves. So like, why does no one teach us how to communicate? Why does no one teach us how we express our emotions? Like all these things. So when someone comes in, you gotta hit enter, don't you? Yeah, you haven't posted it yet.
No.
There we go.
Thank you for reminding me. I really do appreciate it.
Why?
Which one was this? That's not the name in chat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think that's Diamonds. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's in our chat, or in our Discord, but like, why aren't we taught where anger comes from? That it comes from another emotion that's not being recognized and resolved. Like, that's a little frustrating and upsetting.
So is anxiety a secondary or a primary?
That's a good question. I wonder, like...
I mean, we're not therapists.
No.
We don't know the answer. We're speculating.
Yes.
What would you speculate?
What would I speculate about anxiety?
Whether it comes from somewhere or it's something kind of creates other emotions.
If you look at anxiety as something trying to protect yourself with, I think that anxiety can't really come from other feelings, really, other than fear.
Yeah, fear seems to be a source of a lot of emotion.
I feel like that maybe anxiety is just a compounding fear, like suppressed fears, or oh yes, Brene Brown.
She mentioned that fear coming from disconnection. Fear of disconnection.
Neil said the word earlier. Hold
That
on.
was shame.
Is it shame?
Shame is a fear of disconnection. Yeah.
Oh no, he said a word that was talked about in Shrink Chicks. I can't remember the word. Abandonment. There we go. It's a defense mechanism. That's probably not even emotion at all. It's a defense mechanism. Anxiety.
Yeah, it's defensive. It's protecting you. That's what defense is.
Yeah.
What was the question?
If anxiety was primary or secondary, but as far as like emotional goes, I feel like
If it's a defense, then it's probably secondary. A defense isn't the first thing you do. Something happens and then you defend. Normally.
interesting.
So whatever happened caused the defense. Fear being an obvious thing here.
Too bad Anne's on her phone because she can't do the hyperdyne. I want to give him a mouth. What kind of mouth do I want to give him?
So maybe you could call anger the offensive one versus the defensive anxiety.
An offensive mechanism.
Yeah, the intention of the mechanism is to attack the problem and stop it at its source.
But oftentimes, like, if you're hungry and then, so like you're hungry and you're working really, really hard and someone does something small to irritate you and you blow it out of proportion because you are hungry with anger, what are you attacking at what source? Because that doesn't necessarily feel like you're attacking a source, because I feel like the source would...
Attacking the fact that you haven't already gotten up and eaten the food. Why haven't you done that yet? You're a human. It's necessary.
Oh,
And you're not doing it. You're angry at yourself?
interesting. One of the ladies says that her anxiety manifests in frustration. That when she gets anxious, she gets frustrated and
Can fear cause frustration?
I mean, yeah.
That's interesting.
I feel like yeah. Life facts in the stream. Well, I mean, that's where I'm at right now as I'm trying to introspect and learn more about myself. And ooh, I almost knocked over my Reese's peanut butter coffee cake. And so I figure, like, you know, it's a good thing to talk about. There's a lot of things that need to be discussed and talked about and out in the open, so that way other people in the world don't feel so alone in their feelings. And what'd you type in Blex?
It's the end of the sentence.
Oh. And so I feel like if at least I can say something and connect with other people in any way, shape, or form, I'm also seeing other people in the world that have similar reactions to things that I do, or have, like, connecting with Anne about eye twitches. American Psychology Association that says that anxiety is an emotion characterized by feelings if tension, worried thoughts, and physical changes like increased blood pressure. Interesting.
Is that all it is?
Sorry, I was really focused on why that sentence didn't make much sense, and there was one word changed. Well, it says American Psychology Association says that
I miss that every single time.
Psychological.
Psychological.
I can't read. I can read gibberish. I can read through gibberish better than I can read actual words. Thank you very much.
Okay, you don't have to. You're beautiful.
I love you. People with anxiety disorders usually have recurring intrusive thoughts or concerns. Oh, you were here for ants and cats. Okay, Anne. Ants are... Hold on, I can do this. I can't remember A. Just give me automatic negative thoughts. An ant is an automatic negative thought. It burrows and plants a seed in your mind. That's a negative thought. And you use cats, which is
like our very own Catlin.
Like our very own Catlin. Counteractive thoughts to fight it off. Ants and cats. I love that. I'm loving this podcast. It definitely is helping me get through it. And ever since I've been listening to it, I have been feeling more joyful, feeling more feelings of joy, and working out how to use cats to fight off the ants. Budge. And I'm a very bad speller. There's a reason why I can read through gibberish. If I can't spell a word and I can't Google how to spell the word, or if I do have access to Google, but I spell the word so horribly that Google can't even tell what I'm spelling, I change the word. I'm like, okay, what's another word I can spell? Yeah, cats. And so that I am definitely exploring that right now.
So how do you tackle loneliness?
How do you tackle loneliness?
You.
Currently, I am there. Oh, okay. Mostly, I have very unhealthfully tackled loneliness by distraction and like distracting my mind from the feeling instead of experiencing it.
How do you want to tackle loneliness?
I feel like... Sorry. That was cute. I love it, Anne. Ants and cats.
Ants and cats and ants and cats.
I feel like the best way that I could experience and work through I'm broken.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Do you see what Neil said?
Yeah, but why?
That's how you can fight loneliness.
I see.
See, look at that. Anne has such a beautiful way to say that. Loneliness can only be defeated when you're content with being yourself. I would have to figure out why I'm feeling lonely. What about it makes me feel lonely? And then, you know, listening to what the ladies say is just kind of... You can go with other people to stop feeling loneliness, but I think at a certain point that's like another distraction until you can do something like that where you can be content being yourself.
Well, to be honest, I'm not any of that.
You're not content being yourself?
No.
Exactly. And so I feel like that
is it maybe that you're content being yourself and then others will accept you more readily?
No, I think that when you feel loneliness so heavily that you want to distract yourself is that you don't want to be left alone with yourself. You don't want to be alone in a room with just yourself and your thoughts. Because those ants come up a lot easier. The ants definitely invade. Oh.
I guess my loneliness problem is different. My loneliness problem stems from the fact that when I speak to people, I don't see the response that is an active interest in the thing that I'm saying. Wander away.
My ants definitely burrow and they spiral down. I can spiral so quick, so easily, and so deep. I mean, think about it. The other day. Okay, so here's the funny thing. Normally we record all my shorts on Hooded's computer. And to ease up on some things, Hooded started moving all this so that way, like, we use Hooded's computer for watching TV shows and streams and all this other stuff, and then as well as at the same time recording my shorts while I'm watching it. And so and editing them and then doing all these things. Good job, Base Showcase. 9 seconds. So we started moving everything over to spiraling is the worst. To my laptop, so that way the TV's freed up if Hooded wants to do something else, like watch a show he wants to watch, and it, I mean, just take some of the taxing work off of your computer. Well, Hooded had it all set up for me, except for he missed one thing because he didn't think about it. It's not something that you would think about it. You said it once and it's done. And it was
the format of the video.
The format of the
it was supposed to be MP4 and it was MKV.
MKV. So I went and looked up, and I was exhausted from the day.
She was spiraling.
I was extremely really tired, and I was really nervous about the next day. This was yesterday, so I was really nervous about today's events that I haven't done yet, and I was going to be by myself. And I know I could call my boss at any time, but it was a time-oriented thing. You have to get it done in 8 minutes, or the armor truck company charges you more. And the computer was not doing what I wanted it to do. I was trying to get it. I was using VLC player. I was following the directions on the internet on how to convert it from MKV to MP4. And then I accidentally, over the original video, copied the new file onto the original video. And then because I realized it wasn't working, I stopped it mid-process and corrupted the original file. And I thought I had lost all that progress. And at that moment, that was when it was a spiral I couldn't come back out of. And I was going to break something, and I was going to cry. And I was like, this is worth
patience for technology. Technology doesn't work that it says it's supposed to. You are instantly upset.
I did it like 5 or 6 times, and I couldn't get it to work.
First time you went from a 1 to a 3.
Yeah.
And the second time you went from a 3 to a 6.
Oh yeah.
Got to 10 real quick.
I got to 10 real quick. And so I called Hooded while he was at work, and I'm like, I lost it. I can't do it. I can't post the video today. It's gone. I can't do anything. And I just like spiraled. And Hooded's like, well, I can't help you right now. I'm not in front of the computer. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, it's gone. I corrupted the file. It's gone. I can't get it back. It's bye-bye.
And some say she's still spiraling to this day.
No, and then Hooded said, well, if I was there, this is what I would look through the recycle bin to try to find that file. And I'm like, no, it's gone. The file is corrupted. It's gone. And then I thought, oh crap, how many times did I delete the copies I made that were still MKV?
I'm in another part of the city driving a van delivering packages. There's nothing I can do.
And so I found one of the
shift.
copies that were still MKV that didn't work. And there's the video. And then Hooded comes home from his break, and I'm like almost in tears crying. I got it out.
And that was for that little tiny 30-second group key video, guys. That's what it was. He was freaking out.
I spiral so easily.
But I think I figured the loneliness thing out.
Okay.
It seems like if you want to fight loneliness, you have somebody else sitting next to you saying, hey, I like being around you.
I don't know if that's enough, though. For the simple fact, okay, for this one simple fact, and I brought it up earlier when Neil said I'm a really awesome person.
That's because you are.
That's, yes, other people can think I'm awesome, but I'll never believe it until I believe myself
And how do you
saying
know
that. That's what I'm working towards, and I'm not sure. So, I'm like...
Well, if you figure it out, what you do.
Figure it out. Right now, I'm just trying to find the joy in the fact that I had a conversation with my anxiety today, and I told it what's what, and it did rear its head, but it didn't, like, if I could say, my anxiety normally hits like 80% strength. It probably got to maybe 25% today during that moment. I mean, I didn't have a stutter. I didn't have a muscle spasm like I normally do. I didn't have a moment where I had to go in the back and take deep breaths. And and I've tried grounding techniques when I have anxiety, and it, I don't know why, and I don't know if it's my own headspace in the moment, but it doesn't help. I've tried squared breathing, I've tried the 5 senses things. It doesn't help me. What does help is I run my wrists under cold water. And there's like a hyper focal point there. And water very much is my element. And that does help me. Sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
When I remember. When you can remember to do the coping mechanisms.
So what is loneliness then? I'm not sure I'm understanding what's happening anymore.
Oui.
How do the coping mechanisms help with loneliness?
I don't necessarily think coping mechanisms help with loneliness. It's just the fact that if I get left with myself, ants are going to come crawling in my brain, planting ideas, and they're harder to fight.
Let's get some cats.
It's harder to have cats when you have no one around.
They have an allergy to it. No, that's what I was saying. Sitting next to someone who's willing to say, I like being around you. That's the counteracting thought to a lot of things.
So,
He doesn't like me. Well, he said himself. That's a counteractive thought. Counteracting.
but I had to believe it, and I have a trust issue on top of it all. Okay, so Bay Showcase says loneliness is the realization of how distant we can be from others, even when we're right next to them. And then Anne talked about how when you try using those techniques while your mind is not your own, they don't work. But yes, cold water feels amazing on the wrists, on your neck, the pressure points.
I have a personality disorder.
Ooh.
And that is that I don't want a personality. And it negatively affects my life.
I've heard
And I'd rather have the negative affecting my life than conform. To me. This is a part of me.
Okay, what you're saying is really interesting, but so are some things in the chat that might help
ahead.
too. Okay,
I got a mic, they don't.
I love you. Anyhow, so Anne says, I've heard even a pack of salt. I haven't tried it, but it switches your brain into getting rid of the salt taste in your mouth. But I like salt. Like when I do saltwater rinses, it doesn't gross me out. It tastes kind of good. But that's interesting. I might have to try that next time. So even when you're next to another person, if you're emotionally distant, it can feel like you two are both on different planets, and those feelings sink in even further. So something I think we haven't touched on yet is that Hooded's a very vocal person, and he wants someone to talk to, but he also wants someone to respond back. And I'm
autistic. I'm another autistic person.
my job is customer service, and then talking on chat, it doesn't feel like it, but I don't talk. And that's something that like the streams are like helping me with a little bit as I'm talking more. But
Perhaps talking has something to do with loneliness. Like actively saying things.
right. It could be. That's interesting. But like Hooded constantly asks, I need a response. I need to hear what you think. And when he talks about something, I get really anxious and nervous about like, what's the right answer? What's the answer he's looking for? Because that's what I've had a lot when I was growing up. Like if I said the wrong answer, I was in trouble. If I ask a yes or no question, if I don't get a yes or no response, but that was a big thing for us, is that like Hooded didn't want me to give him the right answer. He wanted me to say what I thought, but when asked a question,
I never want the right answer. I never want the right answer.
you just want
I want the right answer
what
that
I'm
makes
thinking.
sense. Or the one that makes sense.
The one that makes sense.
If you're thinking about it, it's gonna make sense.
And,
Good.
and when I'm asked a question, you cannot answer yes or no questions. Oh wow, That's crazy. Like, that's not...
Cheesy can't either.
I can't answer questions.
No, honestly.
What?
Yes and no questions. You don't want to give a yes or a no.
I don't.
You'll find another answer.
I'm scared to give answers. I'm very scared to give answers, and so my brain will shut off. I'm trying not to let it do it anymore, but it will, like... The answer is always, I don't know. My answers are almost always, I don't know. Which gets me in more trouble more often than not. Not just with Hooded, but it, like, growing up. One question that happened a lot. Why aren't you getting better grades in this class? You're smart. Why aren't you doing any better? And the answer was, I don't know.
That's the answer if it's a yes or no. I don't know.
So I'll have to remember that about you, Anne McGregor, and have to tell you, give me a moment to answer your question, so that way I can give you a yes or a no.
We're all answered.
Late night therapy sessions brought to you by Cheesy. Listen, like, this is the things I'm going through, and I want to share them with people because you never know what you can learn from other people. You never know who can learn from you. And it is something I'm playing with the idea of going into soon. And so, like, if what I'm saying makes sense, and because I'm afraid to try to go back to college, because oftentimes I get super excited about something, and I was explaining it to Hooded, like, I'm a snowball on the top of the hill. I get really excited about something, so I start rolling down the hill really fast. And then at some point, I just plateau out and my excitement is gone. Choosing can be very difficult, but a simple is my name, Anne. If you don't say yes or no, if you go off on a 15-minute tangent about how my name is, that is not saying that you're crazy, but that is a crazy thing to think about as someone's trigger, and you don't know. You don't know someone's triggers, and they can be just as simple as a yes or no question.
I think Anne might have a problem with me. That's called trolling. I love trolls.
No, you don't like yes or no questions because they don't lead to more conversation.
Yeah, they're kind of a useless format.
Right. And so I would say you would have a hard time answering a yes or no question because you want to delve deeper into it. But you could answer a yes or no question with a yes or no and then continue a conversation. Couldn't you?
Yes.
See, look at that. You did it.
It ends it too, though. It just ends it. There's no more conversation. Yes, the answer is yes. We figured it out. All done. It's an interesting conundrum. Seems like the answers should never be brief. The answers should be complex because everything's complex.
But like,
Simplicity.
you could. So like with her example, yes, her name is Anne. I don't want a convo with my mom. There is no convo. It's a monologue. You could say, yes, your name is Anne, but your name is also Anne McGregor. And you could expound it. You can give her the answer yes or no, and then continue a sentence. So it satisfies her yes or no question, but then it also satisfies your want for a deeper exploration into something. Yes, your name is Anne, but I don't know your middle name. Right?
Yeah. It's yes and.
Yes, and. But it's still improv stuff. Well, you can go with her other example. No, your name is Anne McGregor, but I still don't know what your middle name is.
True.
All right. I think I kind of want to...
Hold on.
Yeah, she will never say yes or no. She will go off on a tangent of... It seems like that what you're saying, Anne, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that she'll go off on this tangent of you were named after such and such and such, and whoa, what happened?
It does that sometimes.
Oh, okay. And so she wouldn't say, yes, your name is Anne. It was, yes, you were named after such and such, and go off on this other person's story and never get back to your question. That's what it feels like she would kind of do. Well, it kind of sounds like someone who doesn't want to focus on something. I don't know what, and I have no idea if I'm right. He's making a lot of noise. Yes, okay. Yeah, you got me distracted by your noise. Not, I don't think on the mic, no. Just in my ear. Yes, no focus.
We got 2 of them.
How did I get 2 of them? Yeah, that's a tough one. I can see that. It makes a lot of sense, as far as like why she wouldn't answer questions for you. Like how, buddy? Why do I have? I think they made a mistake. I have 2 Jumbo Leafeon V-Star cards. When we opened the Glaceon, we had to see. Like, I'm looking for, like, maybe a stamp or something. But there's 2. There's nothing different between them. They're the exact same card. Twice. I might have a solution to the 2 cards. We'll see what I do.
Art. Something crafty.
I would not destroy it. Alright. So, got the little Leafeon V. Did you? I want to make sure I'm in frame. Oh, look at those eyes. There's Leafeon. Hold up the... That's the next one. I'm gonna open it. The Glaceon was the last Glaceon. The Leaf. Yeah, I did. I did do Mimikyu. Where I pulled this Vaporeon and this Milotic out of the Astral. You got Doge. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun organizing all my cards. And it was really cool that they came with 5 packs. Like the Mimikyu only came with 4. Vivid, Fusion. Holy cow. What is being so loud? Alright, so it has 2 Vivid Voltage, 2 Fusion Strike, and one Rebel Clash. I was wearing my Leafeon ones, dear. Wait. What? Like, you want to open these packs for me? But well, I'm gonna open the packs and then hand you the trash. It's satisfying opening it. And I kind of want to see this Leafeon onesie. So, play for me, it gives me somewhere to focus on that's constructive. Like, I can focus on my fingers and, like, find all the faults and the flaws in them, but really it's just damaging my hands. Whereas focusing on the clay and finding the shape that's in the clay of the thing I want to make helps me focus in on something a little bit more healthy. Klefki, Sizzlipede, Mudkip. Aw, it's got a little sandy gas in the back. Bunnelby, Drillbur, Oricorio, Luxray, Grass, Themipore, that's the one we haven't had yet, Zorark, and Caparaja. Oh, she's gonna push later. So in one of these, I was looking up what's in these, and I didn't know that there was vivid voltage in these. But I was looking up what kind of cards you can get, because I'm looking to find more cards to make more Pokemon with. And the only card we don't have is Garbodor. Oh.
Yeah, my Garbodor, who is actually, we gave him to a shop here local, who has been giving us tins to make little things in.
Yeah.
And
it's the one I donate all my bulk to.
Yeah.
Charmander, Chitot, Joltik. Joltik is so cute.
He's already out, isn't he? Oh, he's coming up.
Him. He's already out.
Hasn't been baked yet.
I have a lot of that. Yeah.
Cottony.
Cottony. Mudbray. Ooh. Magearna.
Magearna.
Hey!
Oh my goodness!
We got the card. So,
Hey, let's put it in the case.
in this case here is all the Pokemon that I've made thus far.
Except Solrock.
No, you said you found a Solrock. Found a Solrock card.
I did, that's right.
And Garbodor was the only card not in here. You want me to put them off to the side so we can put them in order?
Every single one of those Pokemon in there have a video. Not in order.
They're not? I thought they were.
No.
Okay.
They're semi in order, but they're out of order by week.
Oh, okay. So. Wash Energy. Chester Bath. And him on top. So yay. That fulfilled a very deep need of yours, didn't it? Oh, it's in the box. Opa.
He looks big and chunky.
He looks big and chunky.
I'll beat stuff up and spray him poison.
But yeah, if you guys have any more like introspective questions or deep, full, like thought-provoking questions that you want to know,
I'm happy to answer
Klefki, Shroomish, Poodle, Onyx, Meowth. Oh, this one I don't know if I've ever heard being said, but Galarian Linoone? Maracactus, Steel Energy, Crocona. Ooh, I love these artworks. These type of artworks are some of my favorite ones.
You don't have a room. That was the other one. We have one, but it's sleep.
Oh, that's right. We don't have a bulk one. Metapod. I'm leaving Rebel Clash for last because I don't think I've ever seen anybody open Rebel Clash. Ooh. Like crispy sounds coming from these packs. Oh. Was there only one? Was there only one
Only one.
jumbo card in that one? Yeah.
Glaceon.
They messed up and gave me 2 Glaceon jumbos. Leafeons. Watch what? Duskull. Sparrow Seed. Riolu.
Kind of shining the light directly onto the card.
Oh, thank you. Sandile. Chameleon. Electros.
Hey, there's that one.
Eee.
This Thursday, right?
No. This is the evolution.
Yeah.
Oh my. Water energy. Parathorn.
Oh,
Come out too. My goodness.
We're getting a lot. Careless. Dusclops. And Badoo. Alright. Let's do some Rebel Clash. And then we'll open the packs up in the Glaceon box. And
I
then
think you need to answer one question.
ask me the question.
I think chat should try and give you one. Try and get like real personal. Like, real close to the line. Show her that you love her.
Help me be more comfortable in my own skin. Skunky. Grubbin. Oh, look at him. He's so sad. Wingle. Natu. Barboach. See? Honedge. Ooh. Spirit Tomb. Fire. Indeedy. Skyla. Electrode. And that's it. So no hits really in those packs.
You got 2 leafy.
Except for I did get 2 Leafeon jumbo cards, but also I got a bunch of Pokemon that I had not had before, and that's really kind of why we're digging through these. So, got the Glaceon V-Star and the Glaceon V. And the Glaceon jumbo card. You're so pretty. Eep. Maybe that'll help him not be so bendied. Alright, let's do every other one. Well, Hooded can ask me a question too. Do you have another question you want to ask of me?
Do you think you could become a manager in a year?
I would get in my own way.
Why do you think you would do that?
I feel like, I mean, it took me 6 years to become assistant.
I'm not asking whether it's going to
Shoulder.
happen that way. I'm saying do you
Eevee.
think you could. Do you think you could find a way to make yourself deserve it in the eyes of the
More
people
Petco?
above you to promote you?
If I worked at it and felt more comfortable and like all that stuff, is that what you're asking? Phantom?
Yeah.
Toxicity? I mean, yeah. Golem. Water energy. Farewell Bell. Ninetales. Doing the shiny thing again. And Mandibuzz. We don't have a Mandibuzz yet.
You could lower it.
I could lower it. You're right, but that would take conscious effort for me to remember that I was doing that. That should have worked. Maybe it's delayed. Let's see if it's delayed, Anne. It should be oh, there it is. Okay. It should be just exclamation point 1.
It's just being slow.
It is. See? Exclamation point 2 is you, Anne.
Because we love you.
Okay, I don't know how to... I'm so bad with some of these because I've never really heard them pronounced. Ninkin... Watch me embarrass myself. Exclamation point 1 should have done it. And your exclamation point 2. Ooh. That one. Besiege. Voltorb. Rockruff. Whismur. Trubbish. A Mudbray again. Ooh, Hollow Zygarde. Ooh.
You go.
Zygarde. Opal. Matang. Okay, so Matang, I released that video and I wasn't very happy with that. And Girafarig. I was happy with my Girafarig. Oh my goodness, this card is too cute. Cufant. Do you see how cute he is? He looks like he's gigantic.
I'll beat you up.
He's gonna beat you up.
Big chunky beat you up boy.
And Sage. Ooh, all we need is Simisear, and then we have all three of the elemental monkeys. Voltorb, Shelter, Eevee, Basculin, and a Latios. I didn't have that one before. I don't think. Fighting. Togedemaru. Which was today's. Today was Togedemaru. Battle VIP. And Simipour. Oh, okay. Gotta go. Weedle's about to call. Good night, and thank you for coming in, and thank you for sharing some of your stuff too. I appreciated that. I love you, Anne.
Hope to see you again soon.
You. Execute. Eevee. We have a lot of Eevees. Woobat. Aerocuda. Seedot. A Woobat. All creamy. Grass. Mighty Hyena. Bee. Loudred. And then this is the last cat. There's a lot of cards in there we didn't have before. That's really, really exciting. I hit him right in the head. So I think after this pack, off to Betty Bye for the cheesy and the hooded.
One more thing I want to do before
Donkey.
we're done.
Okay. Not two. Wingle. Rubbin. Stay down. Barboach. Ooh, a Galarian wheezing. Butterfree. Water. I had a lot of water energies. Dan. Dan looks so serious. Carkle. Heatmore. Oh, that's going to be exciting. All right. Hooded had one more thing he wanted to do. I gotta sort through this stack of Pokemon that I have and that I don't have. But I got the Vaporeon and the Melodic. Oh, so. Yeah.
This is gonna be a Hooded Story Minute.
A Hooded Story
Last
Minute.
thing of every stream.
Okay.
You just read that first paragraph.
You got it. So this is The Problems of Another World by Hooded. And just the first paragraph?
It's that first paragraph.
You got it. Robert Flax was naive. He's many other things too. Kind, diligent, dependable. But it is naivety that made him miss the things that a better husband and father might know how to catch. He never claimed to be the best father, but he was. But what does one do when the only person you came to love and trust wholly is lying to you? Do you decide to test their trust again, or is it better to trust still? When things change and you don't see it, all one can do is hope the damage is not too grievous. Robert decided to trust the woman he had married all those years ago. Robert did not notice that he was married to the most brilliant woman in the world. He did not know that they were having twins more than once. Robert did not know that when she did her experience to open a portal to Tokyo, that she was actually opening a portal to an identical Earth, an identical Tokyo. Neither Robert on either Earth would have expected his wife to be taken over or replaced by an alien. But to one Robert it happened. His naivety blinded him, risking the fate of the galaxy.
That's all. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Hooded likes it when I read his stuff. It makes him realize what he's written.
I'm happy.
And he also wanted to share... He wants to share his stories more often. So one thing that we definitely might do is read out and edit on a stream if you guys are interested, if that sounds interesting. So we kind of do like a Cheesy Loops presents a hooded production kind of night, where I read the story a little bit and edit it as we go. So you guys let me know if that's something you guys would want to watch and hear a story hooded completely made up. But anyway, have a good night, everybody.